Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
Test message. Maryland. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Severe thunderstorm warning. Nebraska.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
Test.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Tornado warning. Kansas. Special weather statement. Kansas.
Tornado warning. Kansas. Tornado warning.
Tornado warning.
Kansas.
Kansas.
Tornado warning.
Tornado warning.
Kansas.
Kansas. Tornado warning. Kansas. Tornado warning. Kansas. Wind advisory. New Mexico. High wind warning. New Mexico. Dust storm warning. Wind advisory. New Mexico. High wind warning. New Mexico. Dust storm warning. Wind advisory. New Mexico. High wind warning. New Mexico.
Severe
Right,
thunderstorm
we're gonna
warning.
jump right on in here,
Kansas.
and we've got some severe weather in central and southern Kansas, pretty much from the north to the south, and we're gonna jump right in here and cover some of this severe weather.
Special weather statement.
Got some.
Wisconsin.
I do want to
Severe thunderstorm warning.
apologize for not
Kansas.
pretty much from the north for not to we're gonna jump right going live as much as I really should be. Some of this, I've had some major
Special weather statement.
computer
Wisconsin.
issues.
Severe
All
thunderstorm
right,
warning.
this is our
Kansas.
current radar map. We're looking at
Going live.
southern Kansas. This is the Wichita Weather Service radar site here. We've got, we'll just start right here. Northern Oklahoma.
Tornado warning.
This is our
Kansas.
between Ponca City, Oklahoma, and Arkansas City, Kansas. We do have a tornado warning. That is in effect until 7:15 this evening. You can expect it's a radar-indicated tornado. Expect hail size up to about 2 3/4 of an inch. Ponca City, Oklahoma.
Tornado warning.
City, Kansas.
Kansas.
We'll zoom in here and show you exactly where this tornado would probably be if there is one on the ground. We're looking at an area here off to the east of US 81 Highway,
Tornado warning.
be south of Caldwell. This is the Oklahoma-Kansas border here. The northern edge of this tornado watch is along the Kansas-Oklahoma border. This is between Blackwell, Oklahoma, and let's see.
Severe thunderstorm
Belle
warning.
Plain,
Kansas.
looks like it'll just be west of I-35, Interstate 35 here, but to the north of Deer Creek. This is our
Severe thunderstorm
our hook
warning.
echo right here.
Kansas.
The tornado would be
thunderstorm
located west of
Kansas.
right here in this area.
Tornado warning.
35
Oklahoma.
here, but
Tornado
to the
warning.
north of Deer Creek.
Kansas.
Let me
Severe thunderstorm
our hook
warning.
echo right here. Bring up the tornado
Severe
would be
thunderstorm
located
warning. Kansas.
right here in this area.
Tornado warning.
A pointer here to kind of give you an
Tornado warning.
idea of where I am looking.
Kansas.
Let me. Here we go. All right. Sorry about that. The location I am looking right here is the hook echo.
Severe
in this
thunderstorm
general
warning.
area here.
Kansas.
The tornado would be located
Tornado
right here
warning.
in this area. If
Oklahoma.
there is one on the ground, I
Tornado
don't have any
warning.
reports. This is all
Kansas.
radar indicated. We're looking at an area here between south of Wichita. This is in the very northern tier counties of Oklahoma, to the north and west of Blackwell,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Oklahoma.
Tornado
Minnesota.
Let me see if I
Severe
can actually
thunderstorm
find
warning.
the
Kansas.
here between
Tornado warning.
south of
Kansas.
Wichita. See if I can find the tornado warning here. Here we go. Grant and Kay counties, Oklahoma.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
National Weather Service issued a tornado warning for northwestern Kay County in northern Oklahoma
Kansas.
and northeastern Grant County in northern
Tornado
Oklahoma
warning.
until 7:15.
Kansas.
At 6:34 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 miles east of Renfro, moving east at 30 miles per hour.
Tornado
Tornado
warning.
and baseball-sized hail
Kansas.
can be expected with this storm. It is radar indicated rotation. You can expect flying debris, which will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur.
Tornado warning.
Tree damage is likely.
Kansas.
Locations impacted include Newkirk, Brahman, Chillicothe, Blackwell Lake, and Peckham. And this includes Interstate 35 between mile markers 227 and 236. So if you are in Grant or Kay counties, Oklahoma, you're included in this tornado warning. Take cover now. Move to a storm shelter, safe room, or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. This is the area we're talking about, Grant and Kay counties in Oklahoma. The rotation and the hook echo and the possible tornado will be located right here
Severe
inside the blue
thunderstorm
circle.
warning.
And that's
Kansas.
just north of Deer Creek, Oklahoma. And the northern edge of this warning is along the Kansas-Oklahoma border. So right now, those folks in the Kansas side is not included in the tornado warning.
Thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
We'll move on up to the next storm here. Severe thunderstorm warning.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Here,
Kansas.
is along the
Blowing
Kansas-Oklahoma
dust advisory.
border.
Minnesota.
Right now, those folks in
Severe thunderstorm
Kansas side
warning.
is not included in the
Wisconsin.
Thunderstorm warning.
Tornado warning.
Move
Iowa.
on up to the next storm here. Severe thunderstorm warning.
Severe
Sorry, I'm going to try to
thunderstorm
turn
warning.
that down for everybody.
Kansas. Blowing dust advisory.
Didn't really mean to have it all that loud.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Hopefully that'll work.
Wisconsin.
This is a severe thunderstorm warning
Iowa.
here in southeast of Wichita. The hail core is here east, south, and east of Belle Plaine, Kansas, between Belle Plaine and Oxford, Kansas. This is moving off to the east-northeast. Severe thunderstorm warning. 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1-inch hail can be expected with this severe thunderstorm. Let's move on up to the north here. Another tornado warning was issued at 6:46 p.m. and that'll expire at about 7:30 p.m. This is off to the northeast of Wichita. But move on up to the north. Looks like right along off into the east of I-35 and to the west of I-35. And it looks like Elbing and Peabody. Elbing, you are definitely in the path of this storm. If there is a tornado on the ground with this, it's going to be back here. You see a little hook echo starting to form in the very back edge. And a lot of hail in this storm also, up to 1.75 inches hail, considerable size hail. And let me see if I can find the warning for this particular storm. Back here, you see a little hook. I believe this will be Chase and Marion counties. A lot of hail in this storm also. Well, yes, that will be Chase and Marion counties. Be included in this at 6:34. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 7 miles east of Florence. I believe this will be Chase back here, Marion counties, and moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazards include a tornado and golf ball size hail. This is radar indicated rotation. The areas impacted by this storm will be Matfield Green, Cedar Point, and Wansavu. Repeating, Matfield Green, Cedar Point, and Wansavu are included in this tornado warning, and this is moving off to the east at about 25 miles per hour. So if you live in these areas of Chase County, Kansas, and Marion County, Kansas, you can expect a tornado at any time here. I do not see anything reported at this time. That does not mean there's not anything on the ground at this time. But those areas there in Kansas, central Kansas, are included in this tornado warning. Got another tornado warning just to the north and east of Americus and to the south of Bushong and south and west of Admire, Kansas. You see this little inflow notch here, south and east of Bushong. This is where the tornado would be located, if we do have one on the ground at this point. Let me check for the warning on that. Bushong and south and west of Admire, Kansas. This will be Lyon, south and east of Bushong, and Wabaunsee County, Kansas. At 6:44, a confirmed tornado was located over Bushong, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Damaging tornado, quarter-size hail can be expected with this storm. This is emergency management confirmed a tornado 4 miles southwest of Dunlap at 6:44. Right here, back here, southwest of Dunlap, and that's back when this notch here was back to the west. And so this is a confirmed tornado. If you are in the path of this tornado, looks like I-135, the turnpike, is in the path, and areas between Admire and Reading, and off to the south and west of Osage City, Kansas. This is moving off to the east, northeast at 35 miles per hour. So if you're east of this area here, looks like this will be going across 99, State Highway 99, here south of Admire, and within the next 10 minutes. If you're in this area, know anybody in this area, let them know that a tornado has been reported on the ground with this storm back here south and west of Dunlap, Kansas. And to give you a better idea of where this is at in Kansas, off to the north of Emporia, probably about 20 miles north of Emporia. Has been reported on the ground with this storm. Let me change to the Topeka Weather Service's radar site. Yeah, that's showing definitely a lot better hook. Yeah, I would imagine we've still got a tornado on the ground here east of Dunlap, Kansas.
Tornado warning.
Off to the north and east of
Iowa.
Americus.
Severe thunderstorm
If you
warning.
live in the Bushong
Iowa.
area, Allen
Severe
area,
thunderstorm warning.
yeah, that's
Kansas.
of Kansas, and off to the south and west of Admire. If you're in Admire, you just need to be in your storm shelter now.
Tornado warning.
This is a very dangerous storm. Tornado was reported on the ground back here west of Dunlap, Kansas.
Thunderstorm warning.
This is off to the north of Emporia. Emporia, Kansas is right here along I-35 and I-135. And so we're talking about an area probably straight north of Emporia, about 15, 20 miles north of Emporia here. And this is moving off to the east-northeast at about 35 miles per hour. The next tornado warning up the line will be affecting Topeka, it looks like. Topeka and Shawnee County is included in this particular tornado warning. See if I can get the specifics on it real quick here. The next tornado warning up the line will be affecting Topeka. All right. At 6:43 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 5 miles northeast of Dover, Kansas, moving east at 40 miles per hour. You can expect a tornado and $50 size hail with this storm. This is radar indicated rotation. And this will impact areas including Topeka, Tecumseh, Dover, Silver Lake, Auburn, Meriden, Maple Hill, Willard, Pauline, Barrington, and Grantville. Includes the following highways: Interstate 70 between mile markers 342 and 355, and also the Kansas Turnpike between mile markers 167 and 190. So this is a very large area, a very well-populated area that this tornado warning encompasses here.
Tornado warning.
And if you
Kansas.
are in those areas, know anybody in those areas, make sure you get a hold of them, and make sure you're all in your shelters, your tornado shelters, preferably underground. Let me check.
Tornado warning.
And if you
Kansas.
are in those areas, another product here, see if I can actually pinpoint where the rotation is with this particular storm. Yeah, it'll be just right here north of Topeka, it looks like, in this general area right here. Let me check.
Tornado warning.
Let's see, wind shear. Yeah, it's a broad area of rotation, but right here over Topeka is where this rotation is going to be, in this general area right here. Looks like a very much broader area of rotation than there you've got down here with this storm east of Bushong. Rotation here is going to be between Bushong and Admire, and this area right here. This is the storm down here. That they actually reported a tornado at 6:26 p.m., so about 30 minutes ago, 1 mile west of Dunlap. Storm chaser took a photo of this tornado and posted it on social media, it looks like. That was at about 6:30 this evening. 6:26 p.m. But this area down here between Admire and Bushong is probably the most dangerous storm we've got right now, since it has been confirmed on the ground several minutes ago. We'll move on up the line here, and this is the Topeka storm. The notch right here is just probably the most dangerous. Wow, almost over the city of Topeka, it looks like. The inflow notch, this is where the tornado would be if there is one on the ground.
Severe
This is radar
thunderstorm
indicated.
warning.
Move on up the
Kansas.
line here. On the
Severe
Topeka storm.
thunderstorm warning.
The notch right here.
Kansas.
That looks like
Missouri.
about it. We've got some severe thunderstorm warnings in the northern part of Kansas, northeastern Kansas. Looks like. And moving out of extreme southeastern Nebraska.
Kansas.
And these tornado warnings up here in Iowa.
Kansas.
That looks like
Missouri.
about it. We'll take a look down the line here, see if anything else is going on further south. Looks like still got the one here between Dunlap and Admire. And the tornado warning is still in effect here between Whitewater, Elbing, and north and west of Cassaday. Matfield Green is in the path of this tornado-warned storm. These are all in south central Kansas. Tornado warning is still in effect. You've got
Tornado
Wichita
watch.
right here.
Iowa.
And
Severe thunderstorm watch.
like they have reported
Iowa.
the tornado. Tornado is
Tornado
ongoing
warning.
at 6:46 p.m. That was 15
Kansas.
minutes ago.
Severe
6 miles
thunderstorm
east, southeast
warning.
of Renfro, Oklahoma.
Iowa.
These are all in south central. This tornado here in the very
Tornado
northern
right
sections of Oklahoma. And
Severe thunderstorm
we switch
watch.
back over to the
Iowa.
Wichita
Tornado warning.
6:46 p.m. That was 15
Kansas.
radar site.
Severe
6 miles east,
thunderstorm
zoom back
warning.
in.
Iowa.
Oklahoma. Where this tornado here in the very northern sections of Oklahoma. Yeah, this will be affecting areas around Arkansas City, Kansas, between Arkansas City, Kansas, and Newkirk, Oklahoma. Out here in this area, it'll be affecting them in the next hour.
Iowa. Severe thunderstorm watch.
Yeah, this will be affecting
Red
areas
flag warning.
right now. Kansas.
South Dakota.
The
Severe
areas of
thunderstorm
Kansas
warning.
up here
Iowa.
are under the tornado watch until 9 p.m. in the next hour.
Iowa. Severe thunderstorm watch.
Yeah, this will be affecting. And that goes almost to Parsons out here where I'm broadcasting from.
Severe
Southeastern
thunderstorm
Kansas.
Iowa.
Quebec County and Montgomery County is not included in this tornado watch until 9 p.m. But if these storms do move off to the east and northeast, and they do fill in here, expect this watch to be extended off to the east. Southeastern Kansas. They have extended the watch off into northwestern Missouri. It's a severe thunderstorm watch in the yellow boxed area here. Storms do move off to the east and northeast, and they do fill in here. So right now in Kansas, we have the Topeka storm, which is tornado warned. We have the Matfield Green storm, which is tornado warned. Northwestern Missouri. It's a severe thunderstorm. This is the Matfield Green storm, and this down here is the Osage City. I'll call this the Osage City storm. It's definitely on its path to affect Osage City within the next 30 to 45 minutes. It'll be traveling east, and this down here is the Osage City. I'll call this the Osage City storm. And it will affect the areas between Osage City, Kansas, and Reading, Kansas. Affect Osage City within the next 30 to 45 minutes. It'll be this down here is the Matfield Green storm. Off to the south and west of Matfield Green, it is tornado warned. See if I can get an update on that particular storm.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
In the next 45 minutes. Butler, Chase, Harvey, Marion. Down here is the Matfield Green storm. At 6:58, severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes were located along a line extending from 13 miles east of Burns, Kansas, to 5 miles southeast of Elbing, to 6
Severe
miles south of
thunderstorm
Newton,
warning.
Kansas.
Kansas.
Moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. You can expect tornadoes and 2-inch size hail with this storm. This is all radar indicated rotation. A handful of brief landspout tornadoes have been reported with this line of storms.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Expect damage to mobile homes, roofs, and vehicles. Locations include Newton, Sedgwick, Whitewater, Potwin, Elbing, Burns, Cassaday, Newton Airport, and Wanseville. And it also includes areas along Interstate 135 and Interstate 35. So several landspout tornadoes, which are weaker tornadoes than a regular tornado, but they can cause damage. So they have issued a tornado warning for this particular area here, as they have reported several landspout tornadoes along the leading edge of these storms.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
This is off to the north and east
Kansas.
of Wichita, and we're talking about an area between Whitewater and Cassaday. So they have issued a tornado warning for this particular area here, as they have reported several landspout tornadoes along the leading edge of these storms.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
This is off to the north and east
Kansas.
of Wichita, and we're talking about an area between. We've got another storm here. This one was severe thunderstorm warned not all that long ago, between Douglas and Udall, Kansas. Still got a pretty good hail core here off to the east of Belle Plaine, just to the north of Udall. But that was severe thunderstorm warned not all that long ago. They do have a severe thunderstorm warning now in Kansas for the northern edge of this storm. This storm down here in Oklahoma is riding right along the Kansas-Oklahoma border. It is on the Oklahoma side, and looks like it will be affecting the community of Bremen within the next 5 minutes. So if you're in Bremen along US 177 highway or along I-35 here, this tornado warned storm will be affecting you within the next 3 to 5 minutes. This has put down a tornado within the last 15 to 20 minutes or so back here. And that was at 6:42. So that was about 25 minutes ago. And that was about a quarter till 7 is when this actually put down a tornado. 15 to 20 minutes. 6:46 p.m. The notch is right here that we're talking about. And this is where the tornado would be located, right here in this notch, the inflow notch. About a quarter till 7. This is moving off to the east at about 25 miles per
Severe
hour.
thunderstorm warning. Iowa. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Missouri.
This is where the tornado would be located, right here in this notch, the inflow notch. I would imagine we'll probably need to look at these storms a little bit further south here. This one down here around Pond Creek, it could very well go tornadic within the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. It's definitely got a huge hail core on the backside of it. And this is a little bit further south into Oklahoma as these storms continue developing. Off to the south and west. If you're not aware of what these are actually developing along, there is a cold front in this area. It extends from about Des Moines, Iowa, back to the south and west to Topeka, and then just to the west of Wichita back here. If you're not aware of what these are actually developing along, where the cold front that these are all developing along.
Tornado watch. Iowa. Nebraska. Severe thunderstorm warning.
Right now we've got
Kansas.
Tornado warning storms.
Kansas.
Like they extended the tornado warning here north of Emporia. We'll take a closer look at that here in just a couple seconds. We've got the Emporia storm.
Nebraska.
This is still the Matfield Green storm down here. It's like they allowed the tornado warning for the Topeka storm to expire. And they've issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this storm up here at Topeka for the time being. And we still got the tornado warned storm down here south of Arkansas City, Kansas. And that's between Arkansas City and Ponca City, Oklahoma. This is moving off to the east, so I'm not expecting that to move up into Kansas anytime soon. It's moving off to the east and maybe slightly to the northeast. So mainly the folks in the very northern edge of Oklahoma. This is the Kansas-Oklahoma border along here. And so south of the Oklahoma-Kansas border is the area we're looking at between Arkansas City, Kansas, and Ponca City, Oklahoma. Let's take a look at this new extended tornado warning. This is right over the top of I-135, the Kansas Turnpike, off to the south of Admire, Kansas. Pretty much where I-135 and State Highway 99 meet. In this notched area right here, off to the north and west of Reading, Kansas, or between Emporia and probably Harveyville or Burlingame, Kansas.
Tornado warning.
Here's where we're looking.
Oklahoma.
In this notched area right here. It'll be affecting the towns of Osage City in the next half an hour, and Linden within the next 45 minutes.
Tornado warning.
Moving off to the east-northeast. It'll be affecting the towns of Osage City in the next next half an hour. Linden within the next 45 minutes.
Tornado warning.
Moving off to the east northeast. Will be affecting the towns of Osage City in the next half an hour. The latest update I do have for this come out at,
Maryland.
let's see, it's 7:05, so about 4 minutes ago this came out.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
National Weather Service in
Severe
Topeka issued a
thunderstorm
tornado
warning.
warning for southwestern Osage
Iowa.
County and east central
Severe
Kansas.
thunderstorm warning.
The latest update I do
Kansas.
have for this come out at northeastern Lyon County and east central Kansas until 7:45. At 7:05 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles south of
Severe
Admire,
thunderstorm warning.
Kansas, moving
Iowa.
east at 30 miles per
Severe
hour.
thunderstorm
You
warning.
can expect a tornado and
Kansas.
quarter-size hail with this storm. This is a radar-indicated possible tornadic storm. Expect flying debris and dangers to those caught outside without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Dangerous storm will be near Reading and Admire around 7:10 p.m.
Severe thunderstorm
Osage City around 7:20 p.m. and Burlingame around 7:35 p.m. This includes the Kansas Turnpike between mile markers 134 and 151. So this is for southwestern Osage County, Kansas, and northeastern Lyon County, Kansas. Osage City around 7:20 p.m. and Burlingame around if you're in Osage City, you need to be taking your tornado shelter precautions right now. This is directly off to your west, and it will be affecting Osage City, Kansas, in the next 27 minutes. And by about 7:39 p.m., this tornadic part of this storm will be affecting Osage City, Kansas, by about 7:40 p.m. You know anybody in Osage City, Kansas, or in that part of Kansas, between about Admire and Osage City, out here in this area, make sure that they're aware that this tornadic storm is definitely going to affect
Tornado
these
warning.
areas between
Kansas.
Admire and Osage City, Kansas. If I was in Osage City, Kansas, I would definitely be taking my tornado precautions right now. Definitely going to be underground if you possibly can, or in a sturdy interior room in your house. I was in Osage City, Kansas, and put some items on top of you, like a mattress or something like that, to help protect you from debris. But this will affect Osage City, Kansas, by about 7:38 p.m. this evening. In your house, and the tornado that we are talking about, I don't believe anything's been reported on the ground since about 6:30, about 45 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago.
Severe
Tornado was
thunderstorm
reported
warning.
on the ground by
Kansas.
Storm Chaser here a mile west of Dunlap, Kansas. I don't have any other reports since then, but that does not mean. I mean, this tornado does have a history of 45 minutes. This storm does have a history of producing a tornado.
Severe thunderstorm
So this
warning.
is something you want to take pretty darn serious right now. If you live in Osage City, this will affect you by about 7:37 p.m. this evening. I mean, this tornado does have a history of 45 minutes. This storm does have a history of producing a tornado. Still have this tornado warned storm here. Pretty darn serious right now. This is actually moving in the direction of El Dorado, Kansas. This is moving off to the east-southeast. The reason they did issue a tornado warning for this storm is that several landspouts have been have this tornado warned storm reported along the leading edge of this line of storms. I've got some very, very large
Severe
hail in this storm
thunderstorm
here
warning.
also.
Kansas.
Inch and three-quarter size
Severe
hail.
thunderstorm warning.
And
Kansas. Missouri.
but yeah, that's why they issued this tornado warning for this storm here. It's a little bit more unethical type of storm, not your typical tornado warning storm by a long shot. But they've got some weaker land spouts that they're warning for along the leading edge of this storm. But It's been reported off and on for the last 30 to 45 minutes or so. A little bit more unethical type of storm. And then we've still got the tornado warning storm. By a long shot. But down here in northern Oklahoma, looks like it's made its way along the leading edge of this. Got a couple more reports at 7:07 p.m. 7 minutes ago. Tornado was confirmed 4 miles southwest of Bremen, Oklahoma, in Kay County, Oklahoma, or 4 miles northeast of Nardin, Oklahoma. Broadcast media was the source of this report. So if you live down here in the very northern tier of counties of Oklahoma, straight south of Wichita, between Wichita and Oklahoma City, pretty much you've got a tornado that's been on the ground down here in this area. This is definitely something you want to take shelter from. The tornado would be right here in this particular notched area off to the southeast of Bremen. If you're in Bremen, I hope you're in your storm shelter right now. This will be affecting Newkirk and Kildare. Looks like it'll probably stay a little bit north of Blackwell along US 177 highway. But if you're in Newkirk and Kildare, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now.
Iowa.
This is a
Severe
very dangerous
thunderstorm
storm.
warning.
Has
Kansas. Severe
multiple
thunderstorm warning. Oklahoma.
touchdowns that have been reported with this particular storm. Kildare, you need to be taking like the notch has moved a little bit further off to the north and east, just off to the east of Bremen.
Kansas.
This latest scan update
Thunderstorm warning.
for the radar.
Oklahoma.
If you are in Arkansas City, make sure you're if you're in Arkansas City, Kansas, make sure that you know where you're going to go in case there is a tornado. This darn thing may move off to the north and east, off to the east, northeast a little bit. We'll just have to kind of keep an eye on that. The history of it is putting it off to the straight east along this northern tier
Tornado
of
warning.
counties in northern Oklahoma, riding right along the Kansas-Oklahoma border. But that does not mean that this darn thing won't move off to the northeast a little ways and start affecting Kansas here within the next half an hour or so.
Tornado warning.
Counties in northern Oklahoma.
Iowa.
So it looks like Newkirk, Scheidler, between Caney and Bartlesville. I know it's probably like an hour and a half out from getting to Caney and Bartlesville, but if you're in those areas, you are being warned right now. This darn storm will probably keep going. Lots of fuel for the fire today, folks. Lots of fuel for the fire. Getting to Caney and Bartlesville, but if you're in those areas, we've still got this tornado warning here off to the northeast of Wichita. This is moving off to the southeast. Looks like the very southern,
Severe
southwestern edge of
thunderstorm
this
warning.
will probably affect those folks
Kansas.
in El Dorado, Kansas,
Missouri.
along Interstate
Severe
135.
thunderstorm warning.
Still got this
Kansas.
and Eureka, Kansas, Madison, Kansas. This will affect you probably within the next 45 minutes to an hour or so. El Dorado, this will probably affect you within the next half an hour.
Missouri.
Very, very large hail, up to 2-inch size hail can be expected with this storm. And the reason it is tornado warned is they have reported several land spouts, what we call land spouts. They're a little bit weaker tornadoes, but they can still cause damage. Very, very large hail, up to 2-inch size hail. And along the leading edge of this line of storms here, they've been having several land spouts all the way up and down this line. They can cause damage, not as much damage as a regular, flat-out supercell type tornado, but they can still cause pretty significant damage. We've still got a tornado warning up here between Reading and Osage City. And like I told you, folks in Osage City, it's going to go right over your town within the next Let me get you a time frame
Still
here.
got a tornado warning up here.
This will be on top of you in Osage City by about 7:37 p.m.
And like I told you, folks
In
in
the next
Osage
18
City,
minutes, this will affect
right over your town.
everybody in Osage City.
Within the next,
Like I told you a while ago, if you're in Osage City, Kansas, or even in Linden, Kansas, you need to be in your storm shelters now, as this has produced a tornado.
18 minutes.
Everybody in Osage City. Let's see.
Test
Like I
message.
told you a while ago.
Maryland.
You're in Osage City,
Report of a
Kansas.
tornado south of Admire on Road L and 280.
Tornado
Relayed
warning.
by emergency manager.
Oklahoma.
As this has produced a tornado, doesn't really give me a time. Just that it was 6 miles south of Allen, Kansas, in Lyon County, Kansas. Allen's up here, so this would have been off to the west of the Kansas Turnpike,
Oklahoma.
a couple miles. So that was the latest confirmed tornado. And the area we're looking at is this notched area right here where you see this arrow pointing off to the east. So right there, it's showing you that it's moving right towards Osage City, Kansas. That was the latest. So if you live in Osage City, Kansas, you need to be in your tornado shelter right now. You don't have a lot of extra time right now if you're in Osage City, Kansas. Right there, it's showing you that it's moving right towards. This will be going right straight over the top of this little community here.
Severe thunderstorm
And then,
warning.
looks like if you're in
Kansas.
Linden, Kansas, I would definitely be in my storm shelter. They will extend this warning, this tornado warning here.
Right now, if you're in
It
Osage
says it
City,
expires in 9 minutes.
This will be going right straight over the top.
The one that expires in 24 minutes, I would imagine, is a severe thunderstorm warning. That's also part of this area here.
Definitely be in my storm
But
shelter.
yeah, if you're in Linden, know where your storm shelter is, because this will be affecting you within the next 30 minutes also. The one that expires in 24 minutes, I would imagine, is a severe thunderstorm warning. That's also. I'm going to switch over to the Topeka here. But yeah, if you're in Linden, well, I think it's not updating.
Storm shelter is, because this will be
Dadgummit.
affecting you within the next 30 minutes.
Topeka
also.
radar is not updating for me at all. So I will have to stick with the Wichita. Switch over to
Special
the
weather
Topeka.
statement. Wisconsin. Severe thunderstorm warning.
Tornado warning.
It's not updating.
Kansas.
They have extended the tornado warning down to the El Dorado and Benton, Kansas area, and Madison. You're also included in this tornado warning. Here off to the north and east of Wichita. This line of storm is sliding off to the east and south and
Kansas.
east. You see, oh wow, yeah, ping pong ball size hail, up to 2-inch size hail, and the flashing blue and whites here. These are the hail cores. Here off to the north and east of Wichita. It is tornado warned because they have had several reports of land spouts, what we call land spouts in the meteorology community. A land spout is a weaker type of tornado that is not associated with a supercell thunderstorm. They can still cause, it's almost like a big dust devil. I know you've all probably seen dust devils in a farm field in the middle of the summer. But these things can cause damage. These land spouts can cause damage. And I'd imagine the reason they have issued a tornado warning for this whole
Iowa.
line here is because there has been several of these land spouts that have been reported along the leading edge of this line of storms as it slides off to the east-southeast. And I'd imagine the reason they
Tornado
have
warning.
So if you're in El Dorado, this will affect you. In Valley Center, the very southern the very southern edge could very well affect the Valley Center. But if you're in Augusta, that's downstream. If you're in El Dorado, for sure that will affect you. And probably Eureka and Madison, Burlingame, and probably Yates Center. So affect the Valley Center, Howard. But if you're in Augusta, that will affect you too. This line of storms has held together for quite some time now. As you look back here, all these hail reports, these icons back here are all hail reports from this storm as it has slid off to the east-southeast. Latest hail report was 1-inch hail
This line of storms
in Butler
has held
County,
together for quite
and
some
that was
time
from
now.
Fire Department and Rescue.
As you look back here,
And that was
this
about
whole-
7 minutes after 7.
all these
So
hail
this thing is
reports,
still
these icons back
producing
here are
some
all
pretty
hail
significant
reports.
hail, along
And
with
storm, as
the
it has slid off to the
expectation
east, southeast.
that there
Latest hail
can be some
report
land
was
spouts
1-inch
out here
hail
along the
this line of
leading
storm in
edge
Butler
of the
County.
storm as it passes
That
you
was
through
from
your
Fire
area.
Department and Rescue. As you look back here,
And that was
this
about 7
whole-
minutes after 7.
all these
So
hail
this thing is
reports,
still
these icons back
producing
here
some
are all
pretty
hail
significant
reports.
hail, along
And
with
storm, as
the
it has slid off to the east,
expectation
southeast.
that there
Latest
can
hail
be some
report
land
was
spouts
1-inch
out here
hail
along the
this line of
leading
storm in
edge
Butler
of the
County.
storm as it passes
That
you
was
through
from
your
Fire
area.
Department and Rescue. As you look back here,
And that was about 7 minutes after 7.
all these
So
hail
this thing is
reports,
still
these icons back
producing
here
some
are all
pretty
hail
significant
reports.
hail, along with the
Storm, as it has slid off to the east,
expectation
southeast.
that there. See if I can get some updates on some of these.
Special weather
Severe
statement.
thunderstorm warning.
Wyoming.
Kansas.
This is for this particular tornado warning storm up here. Like I said, Osage City.
Minnesota.
This will affect you within the next
Special
10
weather
minutes.
statement.
10 minutes is all you've got, Osage City.
Updates on some
You need to be in your storm shelters right now.
Thunderstorm warning.
Brisk wind
Your time is
Kansas.
about
This is
out.
for
this particular tornado.
Get
Get to your
warning
storm
storm up
shelters
here.
in
Maritime.
Osage City.
Osage County.
This
Osage
includes
City.
Butler County, Chase
10
County.
minutes.
10 minutes is all you've got, Osage City. Oh,
Updates
this is for the
on-
southern
you need to be
cell.
in
I'm
your storm
sorry.
shelters right now.
If I can find this
Your
particular.
time is about
This is
out.
for this particular tornado.
Get
Get to your storm shelters in Osage City. This includes
Butler
I believe this is Osage County, Kansas.
10 minutes is all you've got, Osage City.
Yes.
This is for the southern cell.
Tornado warning for southwestern Osage County and northeastern Lyon County and east central Kansas. This warning here goes until 7:45 p.m.
Iowa.
You've got another 19 minutes until that expires. Yes. At 7:05, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 4 miles south of Admire. This warning here goes until 7:45 p.m. So it was located clear back here when this last update come out. But it will be affecting Osage City within the next 5 minutes. I'm telling you, you folks in Osage City better take this pretty serious. This has had reports of tornadoes on the ground. We've had at least 2 or 3 reports of tornadoes on the ground back here. One quite a ways back at about 6:30 p.m. So that's about an hour ago is when all this started. West of Dunlap, and then we've had another report here, 6 miles south of Allen, Kansas, in Lyon County.
Tornado warning.
And the area right here
Kansas.
that we're looking at is this notched area right here is where the tornado would be located. If we still got one on the ground, that's where it would be. So if you're in Osage City, it's going to go right over the top of town, Lyon County.
Tornado
And
warning.
well, let's look downstream. Linden, be in your tornado shelters right now. I mean, if you're in Linden, Kansas, you're the next one in line of this storm, and it's going to go right over the top of your town also. And well, let's look downstream. Linden, looking on downstream here along 68 Highway, US 60 or Kansas 68 Highway, Quanemo and Pomona, and even Ottawa. Holy cow, not Ottawa again. But if you're in those communities between Osage City and Ottawa,
Severe
Kansas,
thunderstorm warning.
this is a pretty serious storm here,
Kansas.
folks.
Tornado watch.
We have had reports
Kansas.
of tornadoes. This has
Tornado
produced a couple
warning.
tornadoes within over the last
Iowa.
hour. Haven't had any reports for a little bit of time here,
Iowa.
but that does not mean that we still don't have a tornado on the ground right here in this notched area.
Kansas. Tornado
It's moving
watch.
off just to the wow. If you're in Osage City, this is going to affect you pretty much right now. I mean, this is just off to your west a couple of miles, and that does not mean that we still don't have a tornado on the ground. Definitely affect downstream Linden, Quanemo, Pomona, and possibly even Ottawa if this thing holds together over the next hour. Pretty much right now. I mean, this is just off to your west a couple of miles. So go north of you and Reading and Melbourne. Definitely affect. This is still the area that we're talking about right here, off to the west of Highway 170,
Tornado warning.
between Osage City and
Iowa.
Reading. But this is the notched area. It's kind of filled in a little bit. We'll have to stand by here and see over the next scan or two whether we get a new inflow area, which will be the area that the tornado will form or reform. So I may be going through a little cycle right now. It's kind of filled in a little bit. I really wished I could stand by here and see over the next take a look at the Topeka weather radar, but it looks like it is down. I have not had an update from it for a while. So I may be going through a little cycle right that's now. The closest radar to all this. So I really wished I could maybe going at this blind. I may have to take a look at Pleasant weather radar Hill here in a little bit, south and east of Kansas City, their radar site. That's the closest radar. So let's take a look at this line of storms.
Test message. Maryland.
Take a
Severe
look at
thunderstorm warning.
Pleasant
Wisconsin.
Hill here in a little bit, south and east of Kansas City, their radar site. So let's take a look at this line of storms.
Test message. Maryland. Severe
Okay,
thunderstorm.
that
Wisconsin.
date on the tornado watch. Tornado warning still in Iowa. The Lyon County, Kansas storm up here. Still a tornado warning for this storm. That's just moving into Osage City, Kansas, as we speak. As of 7:30 p.m. right now. It's moving into Osage City, Kansas. We still have tornado warnings along this line of storms. Tornado warning for this storm. Off to the north of Wichita, Valley Center, be moving. Southern southwestern edge of this will be moving
Tornado
off to the
warning.
east of Valley Center.
Kansas. Tornado warning.
If you're in El
Oklahoma.
Dorado, there's tornado
warnings
along this
weather
line of
statement.
storms.
Wisconsin.
This tornado warned line of storms here between about Valley Center and Madison, Kansas. And this will all be affecting you folks as it moves off to the south and east. It's moving towards El Dorado, it's moving towards Madison. It will be affecting Eureka, Yates Center, and Burlington within the next 45 minutes to an hour. So if you live out here in Yates Center, Eureka, Howard, this storm here will be affecting you folks. Very large hail, up to 2-inch size hail. Several landspout tornadoes, weaker versions of supercell tornadoes have formed along the leading edge of this line of storms. Have been reported.
Severe thunderstorm
over
warning.
the last hour.
Oklahoma.
So this storm is held together pretty good. It's got a lot of fuel, a lot of moist, warm moist air being fed into the leading edge of this storm here. So I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon or weakening.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
So that is definitely something to keep an eye on if you're downstream. We still have a tornado warned storm here in don't know if that's still K County, Oklahoma. So I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon or weakening. So that is definitely something to keep an eye on. Let's see what they're saying. At 7:30, 7:29, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Bremen. Back here's Bremen, Oklahoma. I'm not seeing the inflow notch like I was. It's probably going through a update too. These storms go through updates every once in a while. The
Severe
inflow will be cut
thunderstorm
off,
warning.
and you'll have a new
Kansas.
inflow notch.
Minnesota.
Pretty much
Special weather
reform.
statement.
This dangerous storm's probably not going to go anywhere, but we'll just have a new area that the tornado will. The new area that we'll have to keep an eye on is here west of Newkirk. So if you live in Newkirk, between Kildare and Newkirk, along US 77 highway in Oklahoma, this is definitely something you want to keep
Tornado
an eye
watch.
on.
Kansas.
Thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, this has went through a cycle, a new cycle here, and it looks like this may be the area here that we'll have to keep an eye on for the circulation and a possible new tornado warning. As we keep an eye on this thing as it moves off to the east at 20 miles per hour. Yeah, this has went through a hazards includes tornado, and tennis ball size hail. Like this may be the area here that we'll have to keep an eye on. Locations impacted include Bremen and Peckham. As we keep an eye on this thing as it moves off to the east at 20 miles per hour. Yeah, I would imagine it'll be either right here in this little notched area or maybe even a little bit further south here, north and east of Blackwell. But this is definitely something we will keep an eye on. It is going through a cycle right now. The I would imagine inflow notch is not quite as
Severe thunderstorm warning. Oklahoma. Tornado warning.
But this is definitely
Iowa.
something we will keep an eye on. It is going through a cycle right now. The lightning, the storm cat's making all kinds of noise here behind me. I had to look
Severe
behind me to see what
thunderstorm
she's
warning.
up to.
Oklahoma.
Usually no good.
Tornado warning. Iowa.
She's usually up to no good. It is going through a cycle right now. Yeah, this looks like the main rotation has moved off to the south a little bit from where it was. I'm off to the south and east of Bremen. Usually no good. Right here in this area is where I'm looking. This is gate-to-gate shear, where the winds like the main rotation come towards and away from the radar. Yeah, blue towards and reds are away. Right here in this area from the Wichita radar site. Yeah, so the area of rotation is definitely broader than what it was a little bit ago. So it is going through a cycle right now.
Tornado warning.
This is the storm
Kansas.
between Arkansas City, Kansas, and Newkirk, Oklahoma, moving straight east at about 20 miles per hour. Broader than what it was. It will be affecting the northern tier of counties
Tornado warning.
between just to the south of the Oklahoma and Kansas border. This is the Kansas-Oklahoma border right here, moving straight east at about 20 miles per hour. That I'm outlining with my blue circle, and this is all pretty much staying to the south of the Kansas-Oklahoma border. So that northern tier of counties in Oklahoma, who this will be affecting over the next at least an hour. I'm outlining with my blue circle. Still got some pretty large hail, up to about 2.5 inch size hail can be expected in this storm. So that northern tier of counties in Oklahoma. Like the main hail core
Severe
may be
thunderstorm
headed
warning.
right toward Arkansas City. So
Kansas.
if you live in Ark City,
Missouri.
you're going to see some pretty large hail here within the next half an hour. 2.5 inch size hail can be expected in this storm. We'll move a little bit further north here, take a look at this line of storms that is still tornado warned. As you see in the pink, purple box
Missouri.
here, this is all tornado warned. Half an hour. And like I said before, they have had several reports is all they're really saying, of what they call landspout tornadoes. Landspout tornadoes are not associated with a supercell thunderstorm, like the big tornadoes that we can get. The big strong tornadoes are usually associated with a supercell thunderstorm. But these landspout tornadoes can be found along the leading edge of this particular line of storms. Very, very stout, very, very heavy line of storms. 60 mile per hour winds and 2 inch size hail can be reported or can be expected in the hail cores. Let's see when this was at 703. That was the inch size hail. Well, not a lot of hail reports coming in. 60 mile per hour winds. Too quick with these. But it is tornado warned, mainly for the landspout tornadoes that can be expected along the leading edge of this. If you're in Benton, Kansas, if you're in El Dorado, Kansas, if you're in Madison, Kansas, just keep an eye out. These landspout tornadoes can cause damage. They can and will cause damage. They're just not quite as strong as a supercell tornado. If you're in El Dorado, Kansas, if you're in Madison, I would probably advise you to go ahead and seek your shelter, your tornado shelter. If you're in Benton or El Dorado areas, and also Madison, you are under a tornado warning. And that's what's going on there between Whitewater and Madison.
Iowa.
Kansas. If you're in Benton,
Tornado
Colorado,
warning.
looks like they've extended
Kansas.
the tornado warning up here in the Osage City area. Looks like the inflow notch is here just south of Osage City now. What's going on there? Between Whitewater and
warning.
Madison. Got lightning, the weather cat making an
Tornado warning.
appearance. Looks like they've extended
Kansas.
the tornado warning. So things are, you know, things are serious when she decides to make an appearance and rub along the microphone. Is here just south of Osage City now. Or she just needs my attention. Maybe that's it. Got lightning, the weather cat making an appearance. She's a pretty good cat. So things are, you know, things are serious. Okay. Looks like the inflow notch, like I said, went through a cycle again. It's formed again here off to the south and east of Osage City. This will be affecting Linden. This is the next town in the path of this tornado warned storm. And the circulation
Tornado
is off
warning.
to the east of
Oklahoma.
State Highway 170 and south of State Highway 31. Right here in this notch is what I'm looking at. This is where the tornado is located. If there is one on the ground, there's not one on the ground. There very well could be one very shortly on the ground.
Oklahoma.
So if I lived in Linden, I would be in my tornado shelter right now. And this will affect you in Linden within the next 5 to 10 minutes. The next area is downstream, Quanemo and Pomona. If you know anybody that lives in those areas, or if you live in those areas yourself, make sure you are taking shelter from this tornadic storm. This is the last update. This is the inflow notch and Pomona. Right here, looks like it is struggling a little bit more to keep its
Severe thunderstorm warning.
its inflow will
Oklahoma.
probably be cut
Severe
off within the
thunderstorm
next
warning.
scan or two. But like I
Kansas.
said, these things go through cycles, and they will redevelop these inflow notches to keep getting the warm, moist air that is being fed into these storms.
Severe thunderstorm
I
warning.
mean, if you were on the ground right here, out in front of this storm, you would probably be getting 30 to 45 mile per hour winds being sucked up into this storm to feed this storm here, to keep it going. That's how you know that you're in the inflow area, the inflow notch of this storm. This is where the tornado would develop. It's always in the inflow areas of the storms that these tornadoes develop. And that's why I'm always looking for these inflow notches, like this right here. So if you do live in Linden, between Linden and Melbourne, I'd be in my tornado shelter right now. And like I said,
Severe
downstream,
thunderstorm warning.
in the next hour to hour and a half, Pomona, and then Ottawa, Kansas. I don't know if you all remember, within the last couple weeks, Ottawa was hit by a tornado. Went through the southern edge of town and caused quite a bit of damage there in
Severe
Ottawa.
thunderstorm warning.
So I really hope this thing weakens by the time it gets to that point, and folks in Ottawa don't have to go through anything like that again. Went through the southern edge of town and caused quite a bit. We're going up the line here. Like I said, the Topeka National Weather Service radar is still out of service. Folks in Ottawa don't know if I can bring that up on a different. Yeah, I think it's out of service. Yeah, it is. Like I said, the Topeka National Weather Service radar is still out of service. I'll go back to the radar I was on. Several severe thunderstorm warnings, northeastern Kansas, up here with some of these hail cores. I'm not going to get a really good look at those storms because, like I said, the Topeka National Weather Service radar is out of commission. I don't know if that had anything to do with the storms that went through there earlier. It may have took a lightning hit or some wind damage or something like that to take it out of service. I haven't seen an update on that yet, but we don't have that particular radar to keep a closer eye on these storms up there. The storms here off to the north and east of Wichita still going pretty strong. Moving off to the east-southeast. Don't have that particular radar to keep a closer eye on these storms up there.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
The storms
Kansas.
here off to the north and east of Wichita still going pretty strong. Moving off to the east southeast. The tornado warning storm here between Wichita and Madison. Like I said before, this is for landspout tornadoes. On the leading edge of this particular storm has been reported with this storm. They're a weaker tornado. They can cause damage. They do cause damage. That's why they're issuing this tornado warning here along the leading edge of this storm. They have had several reports over the last hour. Let's see if they've had any here recently. They can cause damage if I can find that update. That's why they're issuing this tornado warning. Just says several brief landspout tornadoes and golf ball size hail can be expected with the storm. Numerous spotters have reported several brief landspout tornadoes with this line of storms. We expect damage to mobile homes, roofs, and vehicles. Anywhere Wichita, El Dorado, Andover, Park City, Valley Center, Bel Air, Mays, Towanda, Colwich, Benton, Whitewater, Madison, Keachie, Potwin, Burns, Northeast Wichita, Cassaday, Bizarre, Mattville, Green, and Thrall are all in the line of this storm. Andover, Park City, Valley Center. So they can still cause damage. They do cause damage. Whitewater, Madison. Even though we call them landspouts, they're not as strong as a supercell tornado, but they still do cause damage. We still have a tornado warning. Still cause damage. They do cause damage. Looks like they, like I said, they moved it off to the south a little bit due to the storm cycling. So if you live here, but they still do cause damage. North and west of Newkirk, looks like this is the new area of concern right here off to the north and west of Newkirk. Like I said, they moved it getting right across US 77 highway between Newkirk and the Kansas-Oklahoma border right here. So if you live out here in these areas, looks like this is the new. This is the area of concern right here off to the north and west of Newkirk. Let me bring up the storm relative velocity. 77 highway between Newkirk and the. Let's see if it shows me right here. Ah, there we go. Yes. Doesn't look like it's updated for a little bit, but yeah, very, very strong rotation still with this storm. Off to the west of Newkirk, between Newkirk and Bremen, right here in this area. Ah, there we go. Yes. If I was in Newkirk, I would definitely be in my storm shelter, folks. Yeah, very, very strong rotation still. Definitely be in my tornado
warning.
shelter.
Iowa.
To the west of Newkirk, between Newkirk and Bremen, right here in this area. Ah, there we go. Yes. If I was in Newkirk, I would definitely be in my storm shelter, folks. Yeah, very, very strong rotation still. Definitely be in my. Yeah, that's some pretty impressive rotation there on the storm relative velocity product. Wind shear. Oh wow. Yeah, right here. Wow. If I was in Newkirk, I would definitely be in. Not quite sure when that was updated though. Shows up to date. Yeah, that's some pretty impressive rotation there on the storm relative velocity product. Wind shear. Oh wow. Yeah, right here. Not quite sure if that's updated or not. Not quite sure when that was updated though. So yeah, mainly right here in this area is the main part of the rotation that's showing up right there inside my blue circle. Oh wow. Yeah, right here.
Tornado warning.
Or not.
Iowa. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
Yeah, mainly right here in this area is the main part of the rotation that's showing up right there inside my blue circle.
Tornado warning.
So the moral of this tornado warning storm here is if you live in Newkirk, Oklahoma,
Kansas.
be in your tornado shelter. This is headed right towards you in Newkirk. And anywhere between pretty much Kildare, and Newkirk, tornado warning storm here. You need to be in your tornado shelters. Be in your tornado shelter. This is headed right. The storm does have a history of producing tornadoes. It's going on an hour since we've had a report, but that does not mean anything. It is after dark or close to dark. Tornado shelters. So a lot of these things are going to get to be harder to see. Storm does have when we get to after dark.
Kansas. Tornado
Looks like we've got a couple of newer
Severe
storms down here.
thunderstorm
Severe
warning.
thunderstorm warned.
Kansas.
After dark
Severe
between
thunderstorm
Hennessy
watch.
Severe thunderstorm
Iowa.
and Enid, Oklahoma. Are going to get to be harder to see. Storm does have when we get to thunderstorm warning on this cell between Enid and Hennessy. Looks like we've got a couple of newer storms down here between
Kansas.
Medford
Severe
between
thunderstorm
Hennessy
watch.
and Enid. There's
Iowa.
another severe thunderstorm warning cell here. So we've got a couple more that we're going to keep an eye on. Not sure if they'll go tornadic or not. But right now we've still got 3 tornado warned storms. Another severe thunderstorm warning cell. The Osage City storm up here between Osage City and Ottawa, Kansas.
Severe
We've got this line of storms that has put down several landspouts along the leading edge
Severe
of this
thunderstorm
line of storms.
warning.
That's the reason it is tornado
Kansas.
warned.
Severe
At this point in
thunderstorm
time,
warning.
Several reports of
Iowa.
landspouts, which are tornadoes, very, very weak tornadoes. Quite a bit different and much weaker than a supercell tornado.
Storm warning.
But there has been several reports of landspouts along the leading edge of this line of storms between Madison and Wichita over the last hour to an hour and a half. And then we have the tornado warning storm here in northern Oklahoma between Arkansas City and Newkirk. Between Madison and Wichita. Arkansas City, Kansas on this side of the border. And you got Newkirk, Oklahoma on this side of the Kansas-Oklahoma border is just right here, east to west. Arkansas City. And pretty much this storm has stayed, this tornado warning storm has stayed in the northern tier of counties in Oklahoma. Moving off to the east at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. Just right here, east to west. Like they're getting some really heavy rain, if not a little bit of hail off to the southwest of Arkansas City right now. Kansas looks like it's staying pretty much south of Guida Springs. 25 miles per hour. So if you're in Newkirk, be in your storm shelters right now. This is a tornado warning for you in Newkirk. Kildare, you're pretty darn close to the tornado warning. Downstream, if you're in Granola, Foraker, and Scheidler, you can expect this storm to affect you within the next hour. Storm shelters right now. This is a tornado warning for you in Newkirk, Kildare. You're pretty darn close to the tornado warning. Downstream, if you're in Granola, Foraker, and Scheidler. Lightning the storm cat is definitely needing my attention tonight. She's standing right in front of the screen I'm trying to look at. Which is very typical when I don't give her the attention she desires. Lightning the storm cat is definitely needing my attention tonight. She's standing right in front of the screen I'm trying to look at. Which is very typical. Like we do have a new area here. If you're in Linden, Kansas, this just went to the south or over the top of Osage City, Kansas, just about 20 minutes ago. If you're in Linden, looks like the new circulation for this storm is right over the top of Linden, Kansas. If you're in Linden, along Highway US 75 Highway, just went to the south. If you're in Quanimo, Kansas, just about 20 minutes ago. Here or Pomona, Kansas, you're in the direct line of this tornado warning storm. Kansas, along Highway US. This is off to the west of Ottawa. You're in Ottawa, between Ottawa and Princeton. Definitely be on the lookout for this particular storm, as it has cycled back up, and we do have a new area of circulation and inflow to the west of pretty much north of Melbourne. You're in Ottawa, between Ottawa right here in this area here, within my side my blue circle, is the area of concern, is where our tornado would be located. If we do have one on the ground, it is radar indicated. If we do have one on the ground, that's where it would be. Right here in this directly west of Pomona, and that puts it on line for Ottawa, is where our tornado would be located.
Kansas.
We do have one on the ground. It is radar indicated. If we do have
Severe
one on the ground,
thunderstorm
that's where it would
warning.
be. I have not
Kansas.
seen any new tornado reports out of this storm for quite some time. The last report we had was off to the west of the Kansas Turnpike at about 7:06 p.m.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
I have not
Kansas.
seen any new tornado reports out of this storm. We do. Let's look north a little bit. Last report we had, like I said, I apologize for not being able to get a better radar image. But the Topeka, yeah, let's see. They may be back up now. I actually have new data from the Topeka. North a little bit. National Weather Service radar. I apologize for not being able to get a better radar. Yes, the inflow notch Topeka, is here at Linden. So that between Linden, just north of Linden, probably about a mile or two. So if you're in
Severe
Linden,
thunderstorm
you need to be in
warning.
your shelter. It's not past
Iowa.
you yet. I'll let you know when it's
Tornado
past.
warning.
And
Kansas.
the next town
Severe
in the path of
thunderstorm
this
warning.
tornadic storm is Pomona.
Kansas.
Between Linden. So go north of Melbourne. The inflow notch is right here, north of Linden, Kansas.
Severe thunderstorm
In
warning.
your shelter. It's not past
Iowa.
you yet. I'll let you know when it's
Tornado
past.
warning.
And
Kansas.
the next town
Severe
in the path of
thunderstorm
this
warning.
tornadic storm is Pomona.
Kansas.
So like we've got another area north of Melbourne. Yeah, this is a fairly new tornado warning that they extended down line west of Hartford. Got an inflow notch right here. West of Hartford, Kansas. So like we've got another area. If I can tell you who that's going to affect. Yeah, this is a fairly new. That'll affect Hartford within the next. West of Hartford. Got an inflow notch right 6 minutes. West of Hartford, Kansas. It'll be on Hartford in about 6 minutes.
Kansas.
South of Waverly
Current state
by about 8:34 p.m. It'll
Florida.
affect Hartford within the next another 40 minutes or so. And west of Garnett, 6 minutes.
South Dakota.
By about 9 o'clock. About 6 minutes.
Kansas.
South of Waverly. PM Central Daylight Time. By about 8:34 p.m. So this is a little bit different deal here, and it's all from this. This is the inflow notch here that they're looking at, that's causing the rotation, that's got their concern. Right here in this area, west of Hartford. Central Daylight Time. It's off to the south of Neosho Rapids, or west of Hartford. Different deal here. It's like along State Highway 130. Looking at that's causing the rotation. These areas out in here are in the Flint Hills. Not a lot going on out there other than maybe some pasture land and some cattle. South of Neosho Rapids or west of
Severe
Hartford.
thunderstorm
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Wisconsin.
Kansas.
130. Yeah, right here is the inflow notch still. Off to the north and west of Hartford a mile or two. If you're in Hartford, you need to be in your storm shelters right now.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
And we've got the notch up here. Yeah, right. Should be off to the north and east of Linden now. So Linden, you're going to have some extremely heavy rain, possible hail. You need to be in your storm shelters right now. And Pomona, you're next up. Pomona, Kansas, you are next up for this tornado warning storm. Should be off to the north and east of Linden now. Linden, you're going to have some extremely heavy rain, possible hail. Still got a tornado warning on this line of storms between Wichita. Pomona. It's like they are getting some rain in Wichita right now. Kansas, you are next up. El Dorado, right on your back door there in El Dorado.
Tornado warning.
And Madison.
Iowa.
Moving into Madison, Kansas, along. Still
Wyoming.
got a tornado warning. State Highway 99. Wichita.
Iowa.
It's like they are getting some rain in Wichita right now. In that area. So if you live in Hamilton, Eureka, Augusta,
Tornado
and Severy, and
Madison. Iowa.
this line of severe storms with some possible landspout tornadoes can be expected within the next hour. So if you live especially for the Eureka, Howard, and Augusta, even downstream even further is Fredonia, right here in this area. With some possible, still got a tornado warning here. Can be expected northern Oklahoma. especially for the Eureka. Switch back over. That's off the radar side. I want to. Even downstream, even further is Fredonia, right here in this area. With some possible. Still got a tornado warning here. Can be expected in northern Oklahoma.
Test message.
Yeah, Newkirk, Oklahoma, Kildare,
Colorado. Special weather statement. Oklahoma.
We got a tornado warning here. Can be expected in northern Oklahoma.
Test message.
Yeah, Newkirk, Oklahoma, Kildare.
Colorado. Special weather statement. Oklahoma.
All right. Lightning, you're not helping the matter right now. She's still sitting right in front of my computer screen. All right. Lightning, you're not helping the matter right now. She's still sitting right in front of my computer screen.
Tornado warning. Kansas. Severe thunderstorm warning.
Kansas.
Iowa.
Severe
Tornado warning. Oklahoma.
Tornado warning.
Let's go a little bit further north, back up here, and take a look at this. I believe this is what they're considering the
Tornado
Coffee
warning.
County.
Kansas. Severe thunderstorm warning. Iowa.
This is southeastern
Tornado
Lyon
warning.
County and east
Oklahoma.
central Kansas and northern Coffee
A little bit
County.
north, back up here and
Right
take a look
here.
at this.
I believe this is what they're considering. In
the
east central
Coffee
Kansas.
Kansas.
This particular tornado warning goes on until 8:45 p.m. At 7:55, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 5 miles northeast of Opie, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Here, locations impacted include Emporia, Lebo, Waverly, Opie, New Strawn, Hartford, Neosho Rapids, Vito Junction, and John Resman
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Reservoir. Opie,
Kansas.
moving east at 45
Missouri.
miles
Severe
per hour.
thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
Locations impacted
Missouri.
include Emporia. These are all turning kind of into a line of storms, which was expected tonight. But we also have
Severe thunderstorm warning.
what we call QLCS tornadoes
Missouri.
that can happen up and down this line. Anywhere there's one of those inflow notches that I've been speaking of all evening, you can have a quick spin up of a tornado. And a lot of times they will be rain wrapped, and you're not going to be able to see them as they approach you. That can happen up and down this line. Anywhere there's one of those inflow notches that I've been speaking of all evening, you can have a quick spin up of a tornado. And a lot of times they will be rain wrapped, and you're not going to be able to see them as they approach you. That can happen up and down this line. Anywhere there's one of those
Tornado warning. Kansas. Tornado warning.
Tornado warning.
Iowa.
Kansas.
Tornado
Tornado warning. Iowa. Air quality alert. South Carolina. Air quality alert.
Tornado warning.
North Carolina.
But
Kansas.
if you're just now tuning in,
Tornado warning.
we're keeping an eye on these tornado warning storms.
Colorado.
Anywhere from west of Ottawa, Kansas here
Nebraska.
to east, southeast of Emporia,
Minnesota.
Kansas.
Tornado warning.
And then a whole line of tornado warning storms here between Wichita
Keeping an eye on
and Madison, Kansas, out here in the Flint Hills.
Anywhere from west of
So that's 3 tornado warnings that we've got in Kansas.
Southeast of Emporia.
And then we've also still got the one down here in the very northern edge of Oklahoma that we've been dealing with for quite some time.
In Madison, Kansas. Out here in the Flint Hills.
Oh, and a brand new one just came out.
That's 3 tornado warnings that we've
A
got.
brand new tornado warning.
And then we've also still got the one down here in the very
Switch over to the
edge
Enid
of Oklahoma. That we've
radar.
been for quite some time. In Madison, Kansas.
This is
When a brand new one just came out. That's 3
looks like the rotation's going to be back here on the backside of this particular storm between Lahoma and Wakamas, Oklahoma, off to the southwest of Enid. Enid is right here. So right here is where we're talking about. This is moving off to the east-northeast.
Side of this particular storm.
Brand new tornado warning for northern Oklahoma Wakamas. We'll definitely keep an eye on this one up here around Pond Creek. Southwest of Enid. And we've also got this storm up here right at where we're talking over the top of Newkirk. Moving off to the east-northeast. This thing up here is only moving about 20 miles an hour. This particular tornado warning storm. Definitely keep an eye on this one up here around Pond Creek.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
So between Newkirk
Oklahoma.
and Kildare, Oklahoma, over the top you can expect this thing up here is only moving about 20 miles an hour. This tornado out of this storm right here. Rotation is still right here in this area around the Newkirk area. Kildare, Oklahoma. So we've got that storm, and we've also got this brand new one off to the south of Enid, Oklahoma here. Moving off to the east and northeast towards Garber. Storm right here. Rotation is still also affect Interstate 35 eventually out here. Oklahoma. So we've got that storm, and we've also got this brand new one off to the south of Enid, Oklahoma here. Moving off to the east and northeast towards Garber. Storm right here. Rotation is still also affect. We talked about that here just a little bit ago. How I'm going to keep an eye on these southern storms. Nothing really messing with them much at all.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Talked about that here just
Kansas.
a little bit ago. How I
Severe thunderstorm warning.
on these southern storms.
Kansas.
Nothing really
Missouri.
messing with them much at all. Let's see if this is still online for Ottawa.
Severe
Or
thunderstorm
not.
warning.
Maybe
Kansas.
might
Severe
go just
thunderstorm
north of
warning.
Ottawa. This is the inflow
Kansas.
notch here.
Missouri.
Inside this box. Looks like it'll be in the very southeastern corner of the box. Let's see if this about 8:36 for Ottawa. You're still not out of the woods yet, Ottawa.
Kansas.
And Pomona.
Severe
Go just
thunderstorm
north of
warning.
Ottawa. It's
notch
here.
Missouri.
Looks like it very well may go right in between Baldwin City and Ottawa. Along 59 highway here. Been through there numerous times. You're still not out of the woods exactly where that is. And Pomona. But these are a lot of rural areas out here. Not a lot of towns or anything.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Baldwin City and Ottawa.
Kansas.
Still folks, still livestock, still all kinds of farm animals and stuff out here in this area. But these are a lot of rural areas out here, not a lot of towns or anything.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
Still folks, still livestock, still all kinds of farm animals and stuff out here in this area. So Osage City, Pomona, and Ottawa will be affected by this tornadic storm here. Let's see if this says Hartford, Waverly, and Harris. This will be in Hartford by 8:06 right now. Waverly by 8:35, and Harris, Kansas by 8:46. And out here on the very eastern edge of the box is Garnett and Richmond. So within the next hour to hour and a half, right now, it'll be out here in this area.
Tornado warning.
8:35.
Oklahoma.
And Harris, Kansas by 8:46. Not sure if they're still reporting landspouts with this. Of the box is Garnett and Richmond. Storm here in south central Kansas. Hour and a half. Right now, it'll be out here in this area.
Tornado warning. Oklahoma.
Update on the K County, Oklahoma. Tornado warning storm. Still reporting landspouts with this. Of the box is Garnett and Richmond. Storm here in south central Kansas. Hour and a half. It'll be out here in this area.
Tornado warning.
Here at the Newkirk area, off to the east of Newkirk. Tornado warning storm. Let's see here, located near Newkirk at 8:07, moving east at 15 miles per hour. This thing is just barely moving. It is not moving very fast at all and hasn't been all evening. I mean, you can expect tornadoes and golf ball size hail. Radar indicated tornado. Let's see here, located near Newkirk at 8:07. Location impacted include Newkirk. Not a lot of towns out there in that area of northern Oklahoma. Expect tornadoes and golf ball size hail. Radar indicated tornado. Newkirk is pretty close to being in the clear from this tornadic storm. Tornado would be right here in this general area off to the east of Newkirk now. Northern Oklahoma. ball size hail. Radar indicated tornado. Newkirk is pretty close to being in the clear from this tornadic storm. Tornado would be right here in this general area off to the east of Newkirk now. This is the Garfield County, Oklahoma storm that we're looking at. Enid is right here in this area. For central Garfield County in northern Oklahoma until 8:45. There's a tornado warning. At 7:59, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Drummond.
Tornado
Moving
warning.
east at 25 miles per hour.
Kansas. Severe
You can expect a
thunderstorm
tornado
warning.
and golf ball size hail with
Kansas.
this storm. And this
Severe
is radar
thunderstorm
indicated
warning.
rotation.
Oklahoma.
Locations impacted include Enid, Wakamas, Covington, Drummond, Breckenridge, Fairmont,
Kansas.
Vance Air Force Base,
Severe
and North
thunderstorm
Enid.
warning.
And golf ball size hail with this
Kansas.
storm. And this is
Severe
radar
thunderstorm
indicated
warning.
rotation.
Oklahoma.
So you've got 2 tornado warnings now here in northern Oklahoma. Covington, Drummond, and I would definitely keep an eye on this storm here.
Kansas.
Vance Air Force. See if they don't add another tornado warning onto this storm.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
But Newkirk, Oklahoma, K County, Oklahoma. The storm up here has been moving east all evening for the last hour, hour and a half,
Kansas.
and been producing tornadoes off and on all evening. Up here in K County, Oklahoma. This is Garfield County, south of Enid. Moving east.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Happened to be
Kansas.
lightning news making a very big mess. Been producing tornadoes off and on all evening. Up here in K County, Oklahoma. This is Garfield County, south of Enid. But
Severe thunderstorm warning.
yeah, so Oklahoma right now has 2 tornado warning storms. Big mess. Here at the Enid, south of Enid, and then east of Newkirk, in K County, Oklahoma. We've got this long line of storms here from Wichita, so up towards the Emporia area that is still tornado warned, south of Enid, with our landspout tornadoes that can be expected along the leading edge of this storm here, Oklahoma. The tornado warning for this storm here, off to the south and east of Lebo, it looks like. That is still tornado filled in a little bit with our landspout.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
The leading edge of this storm
Kansas.
here, Oklahoma. The tornado warning for this storm here, off to the south and east of Lebo, it looks like. And then here west of Baldwin City. In a little bit. We've got some rotation. So between
Severe
Ottawa and
thunderstorm
Baldwin City
warning.
now,
Kansas.
they've extended that tornado warning to include southern Douglas County, northern Franklin County, Kansas. And then it'll be right here in this area. We've got some rotation where they're expecting the rotation to be. City now.
Kansas.
They've extended that tornado warning to include southern Douglas County. And then further north, northeastern, extreme northeastern Kansas. Several severe thunderstorm warnings with hail and wind. They're expecting the rotation to be. They've extended that tornado warning to include southern Douglas. And then further north,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
extreme northeastern Kansas.
Kansas.
Several severe thunderstorm warnings with hail and wind. They're expecting the rotation to be. And then further north,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
extreme northeastern
Kansas.
Several severe thunderstorm warnings with hail and wind.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
Several severe thunderstorm warnings with hail and wind.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Tornado warning. Oklahoma.
So it looks like here between Baldwin City and Pomona,
Severe
we've
thunderstorm
got a
warning.
newer tornado warning here
Kansas,
with the
tornado
rotation
warning.
right here in this area.
Oklahoma,
Moving almost due east towards Baldwin City. So it looks like here between Baldwin City. And then this particular storm down here in Pomona.
severe
We've got
thunderstorm
a
warning.
looks like it'll be between Pomona with the rotation right in Baldwin City.
Oklahoma,
Looks like they just allowed that warning to expire. So Ottawa, it looks like you're going to be in the clear. It's going to be north of you, more towards Baldwin City.
Kansas.
Looks like it'll be in areas of northern Franklin County here, and southern Douglas County, Kansas. Like they just
Tornado warning.
Do have this
Kansas.
tornado warning here for the next 45 minutes. You're going to be in the clear. It's going to be north of you, more towards Baldwin City. And it looks like they finally allowed this tornado warning between Wichita and Madison to expire. They still have a
Kansas.
severe thunderstorm warning for this line of storms. I would imagine it's probably weakened a little bit is the reason they decided to let that one expire between Wichita and Madison to expire. They still have a says while a brief landspout tornado cannot be ruled out, the overall tornado threat has diminished and the tornado warning has been canceled for Butler, Chase, Greenwood, and Sedgwick County, Kansas.
Iowa. Special
However,
weather
quarter-size
station.
hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds remain possible, and a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for the area. Tornado watch also remains in effect until 9
Severe
p.m. for
thunderstorm
South Central,
warning.
Southeastern,
Kansas.
and East Central Kansas.
Tornado warning. Iowa,
They have canceled or allowed the tornado warning for here between Wichita and Madison to expire. Finally, it's been a tornado warning for quite some time for all the landspout tornadoes that was reported along that line of storms.
Iowa,
So in Kansas right now, we've got the Baldwin City storm up here, moving towards Baldwin City. And then we've got this tornado warning storm down here that is probably going to be moving between New Strawn, north of Burlington, New Strawn, and Waverly. Right here is the area of concern that we're looking out for any tornadic activity.
Flood warning.
And that's
Probably
going to be pretty much Waverly here and New Strawn here. So rural areas between New Strawn and
severe
Waverly.
thunderstorm warning. Kansas,
Right here is the area
Missouri.
of concern that we're looking out for any tornadic activity. And that's still have there are 2 tornado warnings here in north central Oklahoma.
severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas, Missouri,
Still have there are 2. This is off to the east. The northern cell is still off to the east of Newkirk,
severe thunderstorm
between Newkirk and Kildare.
Kansas,
This is the inflow notch right here that we've been talking about. This is off to the They have extended a severe thunderstorm warning now here for Scheidler and Burbank, Foraker and Granola, Oklahoma.
Severe
Inflow
thunderstorm
notch right
warning.
here.
Tornado
so this is still
warning.
moving off to the east,
Iowa,
Special
straight
weather
severe
east,
thunderstorm warning.
about 15 to 20 miles
Kansas.
per hour.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Looks like they just
Oklahoma,
issued a new tornado warning off to the
tornado
still
warning.
moving off to the east.
Iowa,
Not really any
severe thunderstorm
towns
warning.
that this is going to affect.
Kansas.
Mainly rural
Severe
areas of the
thunderstorm
county
warning.
here.
Oklahoma.
Looks like it'll go between Granola and Scheidler within the next hour. This new warning goes for another 40 minutes.
Severe thunderstorm
Besides the tornado, you can also expect an 1 3/4 hail. Areas of the county here. So big old hail. Rotation, area of rotation is just right here. Straight east of Newkirk. This is moving straight east. So areas between Granola and Scheidler and eventually Foraker will all be affected by
Tornado
this
warning.
tornado warning storm.
Oklahoma,
This is the Kansas-Oklahoma border right along this red line here. So areas between granola. So the tornado warning part of it will all stay south in the very northern tier of Oklahoma counties, as this is moving almost due east. This is the Kansas-Oklahoma border right along this. Still have the tornado warning storm here off to the southeast of Enid now. It's like this will affect Fairmont by 8:41. Like we've just had a new tornado reported at 8:11 p.m. Still have 2 miles southwest of Vance Air Force Base in Garfield County, Oklahoma. Tornado was reported by the broadcast media. Fairmont by 8:41. So this has put down a tornado within the last 10 minutes. Reported at very 8:11 p.m. Serious storm
Severe
here.
thunderstorm warning.
Like it's moving off to
Kansas.
the east northeast.
Severe thunderstorm
Fairmont,
warning.
Oklahoma
Missouri.
by 8:41. And Garber and Covington by about 9 o'clock. Area of rotation is going to be back here on the very back edge of the storm.
Kansas.
Right here.
Thunderstorm warning.
Oklahoma
Missouri.
beside the blue circle. And Garber and Covington. Tornado was just reported about 10 minutes ago, 2 miles southwest of Vance Air Force Base. Back here on the very back edge of the storm. Which is located just right here in this area.
Thunderstorm warning.
Beside the blue circle. And Garber and Covington. Tornado was just reported. Still dealing with the 2 tornado warnings.
Tornado watch.
Southwest of Vance Air Force Base.
Severe
Here in
thunderstorm
north central Oklahoma. And the northern tier of
Tornado
counties
watch.
will
Kansas.
continue to be affected all the way across northern Oklahoma. With this particular storm, it's been ongoing. First report I remember, that was at 6:42. I believe they had another one back here further west. Yeah, this storm's been going on since like 6:15 tonight. And it is a supercell. That's why it's continuing like it is. And it's been tornado warned since at least 6:30 this evening. So we're going almost 2 hours that this storm here has been going on, and tornado warned. Several reports of tornadoes back here west of I-35. So pretty serious storm this evening. Still have the line of storms from Wichita up to around the Madison area in Kansas. Mainly hail now. They had several reports of landspout tornadoes along the leading edge of this line of storms. Pretty serious storm. Looks like the leading edge is coming into Augusta right now. El Dorado. Through Madison. And it's like Leon, Douglas, Eureka, and Hamilton will be the next towns that this severe line of severe storms will affect. Through Madison, and like Leon, Douglas, Eureka, and Hamilton. It's like we're down to 1 tornado warning for this storm west of Baldwin City. Looks like the rotation is going to affect Baldwin City by 8:31.
air quality alert.
Edgerton
Carolina.
by 8:44, Gardner by 8:51,
Kansas.
Spring Hill, Kansas by 8:58,
Severe thunderstorm
Olathe by
warning.
9 o'clock, and
Kansas.
Belton, Missouri by 9:20.
Tornado warning. Kansas.
So this is moving
Tornado
off to the
warning.
east. Looks like it'll go south of the
Oklahoma.
Kansas City area. Got Overland Park up here, Olathe here, and then Spring Hill down here.
Thunderstorm warning.
And this storm is moving the rotation part of this storm here.
Tornado
Is moving
warning.
almost due east.
Kansas.
So this is moving
Tornado
off. So
warning.
between Olathe and Spring Hill by 9 o'clock. Got Overland Park up here, Olathe here. I-35 by 8:52.
Thunderstorm warning.
And this storm is moving the rotation. And Baldwin City is moving almost by 8:30. By the next 7 minutes, the rotation of this storm and possible tornado, radar indicated tornado, will be over the town of Baldwin by about 8:30.
Severe
Another
thunderstorm
6
warning.
minutes.
Kansas.
And Baldwin City by 8:30. Right now, we are down to our last tornado warning storm. This is it. Here west of Baldwin City, Kansas.
be over the town.
Everything else that we've got in Kansas is all severe thunderstorm warnings. Still have a couple of tornado warnings up here in Iowa,
Right now,
off to the east of Des
we're down to
Moines,
our last tornado warning
and just
storm.
north of the Missouri-Iowa border,
Kansas.
around Lamoni.
Everything else that we've got in Kansas is all severe
And
thunderstorm.
like I said, we're down to one tornado warning now for Kansas.
Still have a couple of tornado warnings up here in Iowa,
off to the east of Des Moines,
last
and it's still moving
north of
due
the
east,
Missouri-Iowa border.
right west of Baldwin City, Kansas.
Everything else that we've got in Kansas is all severe
With this
thunderstorm.
line of storms
Down to one tornado warning now
between
for
Wichita
Kansas.
and Ottawa,
Couple of tornado warnings up here in
still have several severe thunderstorm warnings for mainly hail
Severe
moving
thunderstorm
and
warning.
very strong winds,
Iowa.
right west of Baldwin City, Kansas.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
This line of storms,
Iowa.
tornado warning between
Severe
Wichita,
thunderstorm
looks
warning.
like they had inch-size hail in
Kansas.
Andover
several severe
at
thunderstorm
about
warnings for
8:15,
mainly
about
hail
10 minutes ago.
and very strong
Very
winds.
southern edge of this line of storms,
Baldwin City, Kansas.
and city of Benton
Severe thunderstorm
in
warning.
Butler County, Kansas, had an inch
Iowa.
and a quarter hail
Severe
at 8
thunderstorm
p.m.
warning.
Like they had inch-size hail in
Kansas.
So this line of
Andover,
storms, as you can see,
about
has put down some
8:15,
hail
about 10 minutes ago.
since when, let's see,
Very southern edge of this
3:52
line of
p.m.,
storms.
since about 4 o'clock.
And, city of Benton.
So this line of storm here has been going on since about 4 o'clock this evening, over 4 hours. And so it will likely continue.
Put down some hail.
And it's been fairly strong the whole time.
3:52
This will
p.m.
continue off to the east southeast. And this is a line here that will probably affect Chanute, Sedan, Coffeyville, Independence, and Parsons.
Severe
And then eventually
thunderstorm
move on
warning.
out of the state around Pittsburgh
Kansas.
and Fort Scott.
Tornado warning.
This will continue off
Iowa.
By the time it gets here, if it is still severe, we will have some severe thunderstorm warnings at the very least as it moves through the area.
Severe
And then the
thunderstorm
remainder of
warning.
southeastern Kansas.
Kansas.
Fort Scott.
Tornado warning. Iowa.
By the time it gets here, if it is still severe, we will have some severe thunderstorm warnings at the very least as it moves through the area.
Severe
And then the remainder of
thunderstorm warning.
southeastern Kansas.
Kansas. Tornado warning. Iowa.
By the time it gets here, if it is still severe, still have our tornado warnings here in north central Oklahoma. Looks like the inflow notch is down here south and east of Enid.
Tornado warning.
If you're in
Tornado
Fairmont,
warning.
Oklahoma,
Iowa.
they're actually calling this a catastrophic tornado event, so we must have an ongoing tornado right now. Like the inflow notch is down here south and east of and the inflow notch is right here in this area south and west of Fairmont. So if you're in Fairmont, Oklahoma, you need to be in your tornado shelter now. Right now, 8:27 p.m. This thing is moving right towards Fairmont. Downstream, we've got Garber, Highway 412, it looks like, and State Highway 74 between Covington and Garber. Right now, 8:27. Looks like Fairmont is going to be affected. Right towards Fairmont. Head on. Garber, you'll be the next in line. Highway 412, it looks like. They're calling this a catastrophic tornado warning between Covington and Garber. It's like Fairmont by 8:44 p.m. in the next 15 minutes. Head on. Garber, you'll be the next in line. You know anybody in Fairmont, make sure they are below ground or in their tornado shelter. Looks like this is an ongoing tornado event. 8:44 p.m. in the next 15 minutes. Head on. Garber, you'll be the next in line. You know anybody in Fairmont, make sure at 8:21, this is the last update I've had on this storm. At 8:21, a confirmed large and destructive tornado was located near Vance Air Force Base, moving east at 20 miles per hour. This is a tornado emergency for southeast Enid, Oklahoma. At 8:21, this is the last update I've had on this storm. At 8:21, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. It's a deadly tornado. Broadcast media has confirmed the tornado. This is a tornado. If you're in a life-threatening situation, flying debris may be deadly
Severe
to those
thunderstorm
caught
warning.
without
Kansas.
shelter.
Missouri.
Locations impacted include Enid, Wakamas, Breckenridge, Fairmont, and Vance Air Force Base.
Broadcast media has
Repeat, an extremely dangerous and potentially deadly tornado is on the ground. To protect yourself, take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building.
Missouri.
Avoid windows. If in a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris.
extremely dangerous and potentially deadly
So
tornado.
yeah, this is why they're calling this a catastrophic situation here.
Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building.
Missouri.
The rotation, like I said, the rotation is right here in this area. Main part of the rotation will be south and east of Enid. I imagine it probably went right over the top of Vance Air Force Base right here in this area is where Vance Air Force Base is located. The rotation, like I said, let's
right here in this area.
Test message.
check on the
South and east of Enid.
Severe
shear.
thunderstorm
Imagine
warning.
it probably went right over the top.
Yeah,
of,
the
Vance
shear
Air
is
Force
showing
Base right here in this area.
pretty much right here.
Where Vance Air Force Base is
Wow.
located.
Yeah, man, I don't know if that would have went right over the top of
right here in this area.
Enid or not. Check on the shear. It would have been fairly close. Yeah, the shear is showing pretty much right here. Yeah, you can kind of just barely see it over the tornado emergency. But yeah, the main rotation is just right here, right there in the middle of my circle. It would have been fairly close. Yeah, the shear is showing pretty much right here. Yeah, you kind of just barely. I don't know if that would have affected the.
But yeah, the main
Let me see if I
rotation
can
is
look.
right here. Right
See where the
there.
that would have went probably right over the top of Vance Air Force Base.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Wow.
Oklahoma.
If that
Severe
would've-
thunderstorm
that's not
warning.
good.
Kansas.
Let me see if I can look. Vance Air Force Base. See where the looks like is on both sides of the highway right here, and then back here in this area also.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Wow.
Oklahoma.
So
Severe
right here,
thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
right there, and then right there is where Vance Air Force Base is.
Looks like it's
I-
on both
I-
sides of the highway.
I'm not
right
sure if the
here.
rotation went right over the top of them or not. It's located off to the east of that area right now.
Oklahoma.
So
Severe
right here,
thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
right there, and then right there is where Vance Air Force Base is.
Looks like it's
I-
on both
I-
sides of the highway.
Wow.
Not sure if the rotation went right over the top of them or not. It's located off to the east of that area right now.
That's definitely a very, very dangerous storm that we're looking at right there, off to the south and east, and off to the east of Enid.
Tornado
Oklahoma.
warning. Kansas. Severe
Sure
thunderstorm
hope everybody
warning.
was in their tornado shelters
Kansas.
as this thing rolled through.
It's located off to the east of that area right now.
That's almost
definitely
looks
a
like
very,
that
very
the
dangerous
that
storm.
we're looking at right there,
Kansas.
off to the south and east.
Wind
Looks like
advisory.
that the main rotation has moved right here
Severe
Kansas.
thunderstorm
off to the
warning.
south a little
Severe
bit.
thunderstorm
Hope Everybody
warning.
was in their tornado
Severe
shelters as this
thunderstorm
thing rolled
warning.
through.
Kansas.
Right there in that area.
Almost looks like that
Advisory.
This thing is definitely not weakening at all. I mean, I would imagine you still got a tornado on the
The
ground.
main rotation has
Wind
moved right
advisory.
here.
So if you're living between,
South a little bit.
actually Fairmont, you're in the very direct path of this tornado warning storm. Right there in that area. You're in
This thing is
Fairmont,
definitely
you
not
need to be in your
weakening at all.
shelter
I mean, I
now,
would imagine you still got a
even
tornado on the
between
ground.
Breckenridge and Fairmont. And if you was on Highway 412 right now, I probably wouldn't be on Highway 412 right now,
Path of this tornado
because this
storm-
particular
tornado
storm
Severe
is going to cross
thunderstorm
that
warning.
highway.
You're in
Kansas.
Fairmont, you need to be in
Missouri.
your shelter now.
Severe thunderstorm
even
warning.
between Breckenridge
Iowa.
and Fairmont. And if you was on Highway 412 right now, I probably wouldn't be on Highway 412 right now, because this particular storm
Severe
is
thunderstorm
updated. Let's run up north here a little bit.
Missouri.
Yeah, that is a
Severe thunderstorm
very,
warning.
very dangerous situation there around the Eden, Oklahoma area.
Missouri.
That's just, I haven't seen a tornado emergency. I don't know if we've had one so far this year,
Wind advisory.
which means in a well-populated area, they issue these tornado emergencies, and
Yeah, that
in
is
a very dangerous
very,
situation.
very dangerous situation there around the Eden,
Minnesota.
Oklahoma area.
Still have the
That's just- I
tornado
haven't seen
warning
a tornado
here.
Emergency. I don't know if we've had one so
Moving
far
off
this
to
year.
the,
Wind advisory.
like
Which
off to the
means in a
east-southeast now,
well-populated area, they
but
issue
around
these
the
tornado
Caw City area.
emergencies, and,
This will affect the
and
areas
a
between
very
Caw
dangerous
City and
situation,
Scheidler,
dangerous situation there.
Oklahoma.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Still have the tornado
Oklahoma.
warning here.
Severe
I kinda
thunderstorm
wanted to
warning.
update you here on the
Kansas.
Like off to the east south
tornado warning storm. Let's go off
around
to the
Claw City area,
Pleasant Hill,
affected area between
Missouri
Claw City and Scheidler,
radar site.
Oklahoma.
Probably a
Severe
little closer
thunderstorm
now.
warning.
Still have the tornado
Oklahoma.
warning here.
Severe thunderstorm
They
warning.
did come up with a
Michigan.
update on the Baldwin City storm
Let's go off to the
Severe thunderstorm
at
warning.
8:29. A little bit ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles west of Baldwin City, moving east at 45 miles per hour. You can expect a tornado with this storm.
update on the Baldwin City
Um,
storm.
Emergency management reported a funnel cloud along Highway 59
A little bit ago,
along
severe
the
thunderstorm
Douglas
capable
County
of
border
producing a tornado was located 4 miles
at 8:29
west of Baldwin
p.m.
City, moving east at
Flying
45
debris will
miles
be
per
dangerous
hour.
to those caught outside
You can
without
expect a
shelter.
tornado with this storm. Update on the Baldwin City
Locations
storm.
impacted
Emergency
include
management
Baldwin
reported a
City,
funnel cloud
Wellsville,
along
Centropolis,
Highway
and
59
Vinland.
along the Douglas
Includes
County
Interstate
border.
35 between mile markers 192 and 198.
Moving east at 45
Repeating, they
miles per hour.
did
Outside without shelter.
report a funnel cloud at 8:29 p.m.
Impacted include Baldwin
along
City,
Highway
Wellsville,
59,
Centropolis, and Vinland.
right here along the Douglas-Franklin County
Between mile
border,
markers 192 and 198.
or just north of that border. That'd have been 5 miles west southwest of Baldwin City, Kansas. So we're about right there
Highway 59
is where they reported the funnel cloud, and that's as this
right here
storm
along the Douglas
made its way over that area.
192 and 198.
Looks like the rotations made its way off to the east and south and east. It's not moving
5 miles
due
west,
east.
southwest of Baldwin
Doesn't
City.
look like due east anymore.
So we're about right there. Highway 59
Is where they reported the funnel cloud.
and that's as this
So yeah, Baldwin City, Ottawa, Wellsville, Edgerton,
looks like the
Gardner,
rotations made its way
Olathe, Spring
off to
Hill,
the east
Lenexa,
south
and Grandview.
east.
It's not moving
5 miles
due
west,
east.
southwest of Baldwin
Doesn't
City.
look like due east anymore.
So we're about right there. Highway 59
Is where they reported the funnel cloud, and that's as this. So yeah, Baldwin City, Ottawa, Wellsville, Edgerton, and that will expire in about 23 minutes. It looks like.
Lenexa and Grandview. Not moving due east.
Flood warning.
Doesn't look like
Illinois.
due east anymore.
If you live in Kansas City, you can expect some severe weather. Probably within the next 30 minutes or so. And that will expire in about 20 coming into the Bonner Springs area, Lansing, Leavenworth,
Flood warning.
DeSoto.
Illinois.
And looks like a pretty good hail core there north and west of Bonner Springs. So if you're in that area along I-70 between Basor and Bonner Springs, pretty good hail core right there. These are all severe thunderstorm warned. The only tornado warning that we
Severe
still have for
thunderstorm warning.
Kansas
Kansas.
is here off to the
Missouri.
south of Baldwin City, between Baldwin City and Ottawa. Pretty good hail core right there. Looking off to the south here, you got another pretty darn good hail core
Severe thunderstorm
straight
warning.
west of Burlington
Kansas.
and New Strawn. This is all moving off to the east-southeast
Between
Baldwin City and Ottawa.
Special weather statement. Iowa.
Looking off to the
Severe
south here, you got another
thunderstorm
pretty darn good hail core
Kansas.
Severe thunderstorm
straight
Missouri.
west of Burlington
Kansas.
and New Strawn. This is all moving off to the east-south. Like they've had an updated tornado.
Special weather.
Oh wow! I hope that didn't hit Newkirk. Looks like at about 12 minutes after 8, they reported a tornado at Newkirk, brief tornado by broadcast media up here. Like they've had an updated
Tornado
as that
warning.
moved through.
Oklahoma.
The
Severe thunderstorm warning.
rotation for
Iowa.
this storm is going to be right here in this notched area.
They reported a tornado.
This is off to the west of Scheidler. If you're in Scheidler, you're probably going to be affected by this tornado warned storm.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Has had a history of producing tornadoes
Tornado
for
warning.
quite some time now.
Notched area.
Severe thunderstorm
This is off
warning.
to the west of Scheidler.
Iowa.
If you're in Scheidler, you're probably going to be affected by this tornado warned storm.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
I'm going to see if I can find the rotation now on this southern cell. It's probably going to be harder to see.
Thunderstorm warning. Iowa.
If you're in Scheidler, you're probably going to be affected by this tornado warned storm. It's kind of an odd odd-shaped
See if I can find
storm.
the rotation now on this
Normally, I
side,
would look for
so-
rotation down here,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
but they still got the warning
Oklahoma.
up here. See if I can pick out the rotation on the gate-to-gate shear.
Kind of
Still
an
located about the same
odd-shaped
area.
storm. Rotation now on
Normally,
this
I would
side.
look for rotation down here,
Severe thunderstorm
south and east of
warning.
Enid. They still got the warning
Oklahoma.
up here. See if I can pick out the rotation on the
Test message.
gate-to-gate
Maryland.
shear.
Severe thunderstorm
Still
warning.
located about the same
Iowa.
area. Ah, there we go. That's a little bit better indication on what we're looking at.
Missouri.
South and this thing must not be moving very fast at all.
Oklahoma.
This is still showing the main part of the rotation
Test message.
here to the south and east of Enid,
Severe thunderstorm.
between Fairmont and Enid. Ah, there we go. That's a little bit better indication on what we're looking at.
Missouri.
This thing must not be moving very fast at all.
Oklahoma.
This is still showing the main part of the rotation here to the
Severe
south and east
thunderstorm
of
warning.
Enid,
Iowa.
between Fairmont
Severe
and Enid.
thunderstorm warning.
Ah, there we go. That's a
Missouri.
better indication on
Tornado warning.
this
Iowa.
must not be moving very fast at all. This is still showing the main part of the rotation here to the
Severe
south and east
thunderstorm
of
warning.
Enid,
Iowa.
between Fairmont
Severe
and Enid.
thunderstorm warning.
Ah, there we go. That's a
Missouri.
Yeah, it's still
Tornado
showing
warning.
the
Iowa.
rotation right here around the Garfield area
Iowa.
to the north and west of Fairmont.
Thunderstorm warning. Iowa. Severe thunderstorm warning. Missouri.
Yeah, it's still
Tornado
not really
warning.
many updates yet.
Iowa.
Rotation right here around the Garfield area
Iowa.
to the north and west of Fairmont.
Thunderstorm warning. Iowa. Severe thunderstorm warning. Missouri.
Yeah, it's still
Tornado
not really
Severe
many
thunderstorm
updates yet.
warning.
Rotation right here around the
Oklahoma.
Garfield area,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
north and west. Yeah, it says it was only
Kansas.
moving at 25 miles per hour, located near Vance Air Force Base. Particularly dangerous situation. Damaging tornado.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Oklahoma. Severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, it says
Kansas.
it was at 8:13 was the
25 miles
last
per hour.
update. I would think I would have another
Vance
update
Air
here in a
Force
little bit.
Base.
Small craft advisory.
Particularly dangerous.
Maryland.
So it's not moving very fast at all. About 25 miles per hour is the
Oklahoma.
speed we're looking
Severe
at.
thunderstorm warning.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Kansas.
Right here's the rotation.
last
Update. I would think I would have another update here in a little bit.
Small craft advisory.
So it must be back here on the
It's not
back
moving
edge
very
now.
fast at all. About 25
Right
miles
there
per hour is the
Oklahoma.
is the speed we're looking at.
Thunderstorm warning.
Like I said, it is a different place for the rotation, but sometimes it happens that way. Must be back here on the back edge now.
Fast at all. About 25
Right
miles
there
per hour is the
speed we're looking at. Like I said, it is a different place for the rotation, but sometimes it happens that way. Must be back here on the back edge now. Right there.
Special weather statement. Minnesota. Wisconsin. Flood advisory.
So that is definitely a very, very dangerous situation still down here in the Enid, Oklahoma area. I'm sure they took some damage. I don't know if it was a direct hit. I have not heard if it's a direct hit yet or not from the of the Vance Air Force Base. So that is definitely a very, where the United States Air Force trains a lot of our military jet pilots right here in Vance Air
Tornado
Force
warning.
Base. Not heard if it's a direct
Oklahoma.
south and east of Enid, Oklahoma, of this area right here. So that is definitely a very, where the United States Air Force trains a lot of our military jet pilots right here in Vance
Tornado
Air Force
warning.
Base.
Oklahoma.
South and east of Enid, Oklahoma, of this area right here. Still got the storm up here. Where the United States Air Force
Severe thunderstorm
trains
warning.
a lot of
Kansas.
see if I can pick out the rotation from this. Looks like
Tornado warning.
between Caw City and Webb City. Probably going to be right here is the
storm up
rotation for this storm right now.
Severe thunderstorm.
Right there in that area.
Kansas.
See if I can pick out the rotation. It's going to be moving between Webb City and Foraker. between Caw City and Webb City. Probably going to be right here is the storm up rotation for this storm right now.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Right there in that area.
Kansas. Tornado warning.
Like it'll be moving between
Oklahoma.
Probably going to be right there.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Between Caw City
Iowa.
and Webb City. Probably going to be right here is the storm up rotation for this storm right now.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Right there in that area.
Kansas. Tornado warning.
Like it'll be moving between
Oklahoma.
Probably going to be right there.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah, it looks like the
Iowa.
rotation will be right here with this little notched area right there in that area.
Thunderstorm warning.
So Webb City and Scheidler, Oklahoma,
Thunderstorm
you're in the
warning.
path of this tornado-warned storm.
Tornado warning.
Downstream is in Osage, Pahuska.
Warning.
Yeah, it looks like the
Iowa.
Bartlesville area, this little notched area right in the there next in that hour. area.
Thunderstorm warning.
So Webb City and Scheidler, Oklahoma, you're in the path of this tornado-warned storm. Downstream. See what we got up here in
Osage,
Kansas now.
Pahuska. Yeah, it looks like the
Bartlesville area,
this little notched area
in the
right
next
there in that
hour.
area.
So Webb City and Scheidler, Oklahoma, you're in the path of this tornado-warned storm. Downstream. See what we got up here. Yeah, this line of severe storms looks like the hail's gotten a little bit smaller. It's like down around 1.5 inches up here north and west of Eureka,
Flood advisory. Minnesota.
right around 3/4 inch northwest of Leon. In that area, this particular line of storms is moving off to the east-southeast. Here, north and west of Eureka.
Flood advisory. Minnesota.
Still has severe thunderstorm warnings for all these particular storms. Northwest of Leon. In that area. Move off to the Pleasant Hill. Storms is moving off to the east-southeast. Radar site again. Eureka. Still has severe thunderstorm warnings. See if I can pick out the actual rotation here. Wow, it is a bigger and broader area. It's not as well defined as it has been. Radar site again. Yeah. Not sure if they will continue that or not. As a tornado warning. Wow, it is a bigger
Severe
and broader
thunderstorm
area.
warning.
It's not as well defined
Iowa.
as of 8:31. Tornado warning remains in effect until 9 p.m. for northeastern Franklin, southeastern Douglas counties. Continue that or not? As a tornado warning. Wow, it is a bigger and broader area. It's not as well defined as of 8:31. Tornado warning remains in effect until 9 p.m. for northeastern Franklin, southeastern. It's like at 8:22 they'd actually canceled it. Oh, for Osage County. Never mind. They canceled the Osage, northeastern Osage County portion of it back here.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Iowa.
It's like at 8:22 they'd actually canceled it. Oh, for Osage County. Never mind. They canceled the Osage, northeastern Osage County portion of it back here. So probably right here in this area.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
I don't
Severe
think this one's
thunderstorm
moving very fast right now.
Kansas. Severe thunderstorm warning.
Definitely more odd shape than it has
Special
been.
weather statement. Iowa.
Be interesting to see if they continue that tornado warning or
Probably
not.
right here in this area.
Severe
It's in effect for another
I don't
10
think this
minutes
one's
or
moving
so.
very fast right now.
Kansas. Severe thunderstorm warning.
If they do cancel that,
More odd shape than it has been.
Weather statement. Iowa.
be interesting to see if they continue that tornado warning or not. If they do cancel this particular tornado warning for another 10 minutes, that won't leave any more in effect for Kansas. Looks like a lot of these storms, they do cancel along
Severe
the line, are
thunderstorm
starting to
warning.
weaken quite a bit
Kansas.
from what they were. Interesting to see if they continue that tornado warning or not. If they do cancel this particular tornado warning for another 10 minutes, that won't leave any more in effect for Kansas. Looks like a lot of these storms, they do cancel along
Severe
the line, are
thunderstorm
starting to
warning.
weaken quite a bit.
Flood
Still
warning.
has several. They
Illinois.
were.
Tornado warning.
They
Iowa.
do cancel this particular tornado warning. Still have several severe thunderstorm warnings for most of these storms up and down this line here.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Still has several. Got the tornado warning up here south of Baldwin City. Kansas. It'll go south of
several severe thunderstorm warnings
of the
for most of
Kansas
the
City
Florida
metro
Gulf
area.
line here.
If it continues, it'll move off into the western
Tornado warning
part
up
of
here
Missouri.
south of Baldwin City.
And then
Kansas.
we've still got 2 tornado warnings.
South
The
of,
one down here east of
severe
Enid,
thunderstorm warnings of
and the one down here
Kansas
around the
City metro
Scheidler area
If it continues,
in northern Oklahoma.
it'll move off into the western.
This particular storm here, this northern
and then
cell,
we've still got 2
it's been going on
Down
for
here
quite
east
some
of
time, at
Enid.
least about 6:30,
and the one down here around
6:15,
the Scheidler
6:30
area
this evening, Central
Iowa.
Daylight Time,
in northern
Tornado
Oklahoma.
and it's went all the way across here. So I would imagine this
particular
area
storm
here will
this
continue.
northern and
It
this
may weaken a
cell,
little bit.
we've got 2 tornadoes
Something to
going
keep
on
in
for quite some
mind
time, at least about 6:30.
throughout the day today, we had cloudy skies, maybe around 70 degrees.
Central
So
Daylight
we did
Time.
not get a lot of heat.
And it's went all the way across here.
So that
I
means
would
that the
imagine
atmosphere in this
area here
particular
will
part
continue.
of Kansas was not
It may weaken a little bit.
heated up very well today,
Something
since
to
it was
keep in
mostly
mind,
cloudy.
at least about
Even had some
throughout the
drizzle
day
off
today,
and
we had
on
cloudy skies, maybe around
this afternoon.
70 degrees. So we did not get a
So
lot
that
of
was
heat.
not very conducive for
The atmosphere in
being
this
very good
particular
fuel
part
for
of,
severe
Kansas was
thunderstorms.
not.
So these all may
Heated up
weaken as
very
they
well
move off
today.
to the east
Severe
and the
thunderstorm
southeast.
watch.
You would have to kind of wait
Iowa.
and see
Tornado warning.
this afternoon if
Iowa.
they can hang on or not.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Was not very conducive
Kansas.
for, with the
Missouri.
big red box, the outline here,
Severe
the jagged
thunderstorm
box.
warning.
That's all the
Kansas.
tornado watch that's in effect until 9
Severe
o'clock
thunderstorm
this
watch.
evening for another 10 minutes
Iowa.
or so.
Tornado
It'll actually
warning.
be interesting to see if
Iowa.
they
Hang on or
continue
not.
a
Severe
tornado watch
thunderstorm warning.
for
Kansas.
areas farther
red box,
east
the outline
Severe
here, the jagged
thunderstorm
box.
outside that box,
That's
or
all
if
the,
they
Kansas.
just
tornado watch that's in effect until
make it
9
into a
o'clock
severe
this
thunderstorm
evening for
watch.
another 10 minutes or so.
Tornado
It'll actually
warning.
be interesting to see if
Iowa.
they
Hang on or
continue
not.
a tornado watch
Thunderstorm warning.
for
Kansas.
areas
The
farther
red box,
east
the outline
Severe
here, the jagged
thunderstorm
box.
outside that box,
That's
or
all
if
the,
they just
tornado watch that's in effect until
make it
9
into a
o'clock
severe
this
thunderstorm
evening for
watch.
another 10 minutes or so. It'll actually be interesting to see if they continue a tornado watch.
And it looks like they
Tornado
have
warning.
canceled the tornado
Iowa.
warning.
Severe
For the Baldwin
thunderstorm
City.
warning.
Kansas
Oklahoma.
storm. Looks like they are continuing these severe thunderstorm warnings off to the east here around Spring Hill and Gardner, Edgewater. So that has
And it looks like
weakened
they
Tornado
have
warning.
canceled the
and probably
tornado
Iowa.
moved out of that
Severe
Tornado
thunderstorm
City.
warning.
tornado warning area.
Kansas
Oklahoma.
storm.
Severe thunderstorm watch.
Looks like they are continuing
Minnesota.
these severe thunderstorm warnings
Severe thunderstorm
off to
watch.
the east here around Spring Hill
Iowa.
and Gardner, Edgewater.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
So that has weakened
Oklahoma.
Canceled the
and
Red
probably
flag
moved
warning.
out of that
Severe
Nebraska.
thunderstorm warning.
tornado warning area.
Wyoming.
Oklahoma.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Looks like they are continuing
Kansas.
these severe thunderstorm warnings
Missouri.
off to the east
Severe
here around
thunderstorm
Spring Hill
warning.
and Gardner, Edgewater.
Kansas.
So that
Small
has
craft
weakened
advisory.
and probably
Maritime.
moved out of that
Gale warning.
tornado warning
Maritime.
area.
Brisk wind advisory. Maritime.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Flood warning.
Missouri.
Michigan. Thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Small craft advisory. Maritime. Gale warning. Maritime. Brisk wind advisory.
Looks like still a little
Severe
bit of
thunderstorm
rotation
warning.
here around the Webb City and
Missouri.
Scheidler areas
Severe thunderstorm warning.
is the
Missouri.
area of concern. Not
Severe thunderstorm
not like what
warning.
it was.
Iowa.
So it's weakened a little
Tornado
bit.
warning. Oklahoma.
Let's take a look down here. Still a little bit of rotation here around the Webb City.
City
Still
and
have
Scheidler
some rotation
areas.
right here around the Garfield,
Is the
between
area
the
of
Garfield and
concern, not
Fairmont areas.
like what it was.
Iowa.
So it's weakened a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's not as much as what it was either. Let's take a look down here.
Still a little bit of rotation here around the Webb City.
Still
and
have some
Scheidler
rotation
areas.
right here around the Garfield,
Is the
between
area
the
of
Garfield and
concern, not
Fairmont areas.
like what it
Severe
was.
thunderstorm warning.
So it's weakened a little
Iowa.
bit.
It's not as much as what it
Tornado
was
warning.
either.
Oklahoma.
Take a look down here. Still have some rotation right here around the Garfield. Can't tell if that's maybe the debris ball there.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Iowa.
Special
Tornado
weather
warning.
In
statement.
that area.
Oklahoma.
Wisconsin. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Missouri.
Possibly. Can't tell if that's maybe the debris ball there.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Iowa. Tornado warning.
In that area.
Oklahoma.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, I don't think that rotation here east of Enid now is as strong as what it was.
Missouri.
Possibly. I'd be interested to see what kind of damage, if anything, they had over here. It's just a very odd storm. Yeah, I don't think that rotation.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Is as strong as what it
Kansas. Missouri.
was. I'd be interested to see what kind of. When are they expected to cancel that? It's just a very odd. Still
storm.
tornado warning in effect until 9:30, so another 30 minutes.
Severe
At
thunderstorm
8:52, a
warning.
severe thunderstorm capable of producing a
Kansas.
tornado is located near
Missouri.
Fairmont,
Wind advisory.
moving east at 15 mile an hour. So this thing just barely moving. Yeah, it's radar indicated rotation right now. So nothing's been reported for quite some time.
Severe
At 8:52,
thunderstorm
we got
warning.
Enid, Breckenridge, and Fairmont.
Located near
Fairmont.
Wind advisory.
So right here in this area, right there.
So this thing just barely moving.
Yeah, it's radar indicated. Normally you would have rotation and everything down here along these little notches, but I guess they're still
Breckenridge and Fairmont.
looking at this area back here around the Garfield
right here in this area.
and Fairmont areas.
Tornado warning.
Right there.
Oklahoma.
Normally you would have rotation. I said it's a little odder storm. They're not all the same along these little notches. By a long shot. Looking at this area back. So right now,
Garfield.
we've got 2 tornado warnings still ongoing in Oklahoma.
Tornado warning.
There.
Oklahoma.
Still got this one up here. It's been going on since
They're not all the same.
Oklahoma.
6:15 tonight. It looks like was the first hail report that we had. That was clear out here north of Medford.
We've got 2 tornado warnings still
And
ongoing
first
in
tornado
Oklahoma.
report was at about
We've
6:42
got this one up here.
east southeast of Renfro.
Oklahoma.
6:15 tonight. It looks like was the
This
first hail
thing
report
has
that
had,
we had. Several tornado reports.
Out here north of Medford.
Small tornado around Newkirk.
And first tornado report
In that area.
was at about 6:42.
And
east southeast of
about
Renfro.
4 different tornado reports with this particular storm here.
Tornado warning.
This thing has
Missouri.
had, several tornado
Severe
The,
thunderstorm
rotation
warning.
It's going to be right here around
Missouri.
the Scheidler area right now.
First tornado
It's like it's went through a new
That area
cycle.
is at about 6:42.
And the inflow notch is setting up here just
About
to the
4
north and
different
west of
tornado reports with
Scheidler.
This particular storm here.
Tornado warning.
Thing is
Missouri.
So this is tornado warned in
Severe
the
thunderstorm
purple
warning.
box.
It's
Be right here around
Missouri.
the Scheidler area right
Missouri.
now. Like
Severe
it's went through a
thunderstorm
new
warning.
cycle.
Missouri.
And the inflow notch
Wind
is setting up
advisory.
here just to the north and
New
west of
Mexico.
Scheidler.
High wind warning.
Tornado
It's
warning.
like
New
they've got a
Mexico.
brand new tornado warning.
Tornado warned in
Severe
the
thunderstorm
purple
warning.
box.
right here around
Oh, wow.
area right now. Like
Severe
it's went through a new
thunderstorm
cycle.
warning. Missouri.
And the inflow notch
It looks like that's going to be.
New Mexico. High wind warning.
It's like they've got a brand new tornado warning between Liberty, Clay, and Kearney,
Oh wow.
Missouri, just north of the Kansas City metros right here in this area. This is the Kansas City International Airport right here in this area. That's actually their
Clay and Kearney.
ASOS reporting. Yep,
Missouri.
Kansas City International Airport's
Just
back
north of the
here.
Kansas City
So it looks like the
metro
main
right
rotation is going to be right
This
here
area.
in this area right here. Is the reason this
Kansas
new tornado
City
warning
International
for
Airport right here.
northwestern Missouri
This
has been
area.
issued.
That's actually their Clay and Kearney.
ASOS reporting for
Kansas
Clay
City
County,
International
West
Airport
Central
right
Missouri,
here.
West Central
Looks
Ray
like the main
County,
rotation's
West Central
gonna be
Missouri,
right here.
and East Central Platte
In this
County
area right
in
here.
West Central
Reason
Missouri
this
until
tornado warning
9:45.
for,
At 8:55 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Producing both tornadoes and extensive straight line wind damage were located over Lake Waukomis or near Gladstone, Missouri, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Until 9:45. At 8:55
Tornado
p.m.,
warning.
a severe thunderstorm capable
Iowa.
of producing a tornado.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
So it looks like a pretty
Kansas.
dangerous storm right there.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Lake
Kansas.
Not in Kansas, but
Missouri.
it's in the northwestern part of Missouri. And it is in an area that
Tornado
has
warning.
a severe thunderstorm
Iowa.
watch instead of a tornado
Severe
watch.
thunderstorm warning.
So it looks like a pretty
Kansas.
yellow box out here is the
Severe
severe thunderstorm watch.
warning. Kansas,
Not in Kansas, but
Missouri.
it's in the northwestern part of Missouri. Tornado warning here is inside the purple box. The rotation right back here around this upside down triangle. The yellow box out here is the severe thunderstorm watch.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Missouri.
Kansas.
Part of Missouri.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Tornado
Kansas.
warning here is inside the purple
Missouri.
box.
Small
The
craft
rotation
advisory.
right back here around this upside down triangle.
Gale warning. Maritime.
Tornado watch,
Brisk wind advisory.
Kansas,
Looks like they
Severe
might have
thunderstorm
canceled
watch.
the
Warning.
Iowa,
tornado warning for the Enid
Missouri.
storm here.
tornado warning,
Looks like they
Iowa.
canceled that tornado warning. Tornadoes warning still going on for the Scheidler and Foraker storm.
tornado watch,
If you're in Pawhuska,
Kansas.
it looks like you're downstream.
Severe thunderstorm watch,
Bartlesville, an
Iowa.
hour and a half out.
Missouri.
Storm here.
tornado warning,
I don't think
Iowa.
Bartlesville is included in the tornado watch. Tornadoes warning. It goes until 9. Scheidler and Foraker storm. I'd imagine they'll have to extend tornado watch or something on further east here within the next 30 minutes or so.
Missouri,
Kansas.
tornado warning,
Severe
I
thunderstorm
don't think
watch.
Bartlesville is included in the
Iowa.
tornado watch.
Missouri.
It goes until 9. I'd imagine they'll have to extend tornado watch or something on further east here within the next 30 minutes or so.
Kansas. Severe
I
thunderstorm
think
watch.
Bartlesville is included in the
Iowa.
tornado watch. Okay, here's an update on the tornado watch. Looks like for Allen, Butler, Chautauqua, Cali, Elk, Greenwood, Wilson, and Woodson, they've extended the tornado watch until 11 p.m. It was supposed to expire right now at 9 p.m., and they extended that till 11 p.m. Looks like for those 8 counties, Butler, Chautauqua, Cali, South Central Kansas, Wilson, and Woodson. They've extended. Be interesting to see if they extend that off to the east a little bit further. It was supposed to expire right now at 9 p.m., and they extended that till 11 p.m. See if they extend that. For those 8 counties, Butler, Chautauqua, Cali, South Central Kansas, Wilson, and Woodson. They've extended. Be interesting to see if they extend that off to the east a little bit further. It was supposed to expire right now at 9 p.m., and they extended that till 11 p.m. See if they extend that. They're allowing the tornado watch to expire at 9 p.m. for 8 counties in east central Kansas, including Anderson, Coffee, Franklin, Lyon, Osage, Shawnee. In northeastern Kansas, Jefferson. This includes the cities, So in northeastern Kansas, looks like they've allowed the tornado warning to watch to expire at 9 p.m. Kansas, including Anderson, Coffee, Franklin, Lyon, Osage, Shawnee. So repeating, if you're in Anderson, Coffee, Douglas, Franklin, Jefferson, Lyon, Osage and Shawnee counties in Kansas, they've allowed your tornado watch to expire at 9 p.m.
Red flag warning. New Mexico.
So repeating, if you're in Anderson, Coffee, Douglas, Franklin, I'm still looking to see if they decide to extend anything off to the tornado watch east. Expire at 9 p.m. I would almost bet that they'll probably issue a severe thunderstorm watch out here for
tornado
the
warning,
remainder of southeastern
Missouri.
Kansas. See if they decide to. I'm here in Parsons, where I'm at. That'll probably be a severe thunderstorm watch east, since that's what they did up further north here. I would almost bet that they'll probably issue a severe thunderstorm in western Missouri.
tornado warning,
Remainder of southeastern
Missouri.
Kansas, and that'll be for these storms that continue to where I'm at march off to the east and southeast. Since that's what they did up further north here, I would almost
Severe
bet that
thunderstorm
they'll
warning.
probably issue
Iowa.
a severe thunderstorm in western
Severe
Missouri.
thunderstorm watch.
Remainder of southeastern
Iowa.
Kansas,
Red
and that'll be
flag
for these
warning.
storms that continue to
Colorado.
where I'm at march off to the east and southeast. Since that's what they did up further north here, I would almost
Severe
bet that
thunderstorm
they'll
warning.
still a pretty good inflow notch here, off to the between Foraker and Scheidler.
Iowa. Red
And that'll be
flag
for these
warning.
storms that continue to
Colorado.
march off to the east and for central Osage
severe
County,
thunderstorm warning,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma,
At
severe
the 902
thunderstorm
severe
warning,
thunderstorm capable of rotation
Iowa.
tornado was located near
Severe
Scheidler,
thunderstorm
east at
watch.
40 miles per hour.
Iowa,
So it's picked
Tornado
up speed
warning.
quite a bit compared to
Oklahoma.
what it was Most of the night, I believe, it was about 15 to 20 mile an hour is all it was moving off to the east at.
Oklahoma. Severe
Now moving
thunderstorm
east at 40
warning.
miles per hour.
Iowa.
Tornado was located near
Severe
Shidler.
Tornado near Shidler,
Iowa.
or
Tornado
radar
warning.
indicated rotation near
Oklahoma.
Shidler.
Illinois.
Most of the night,
Right
I believe
here in
about
this area.
20 mile an hour is all it was moving off to the east
Oklahoma.
at.
Oklahoma.
Severe thunderstorm
Now
watch.
moving
So
east
if
at
you're
40
in
miles per hour,
Pawhuska and Bartlesville,
Tornado warning.
tornado near
you definitely want to keep an eye on this particular storm.
Radar
It's been
indicated
going for
near Shidler.
several hours now.
Right here in this area.
I'm going to say probably about 2.5 hours. Has put down several tornadoes across northern Oklahoma. Stayed in the northern tier of counties.
Severe
across
thunderstorm
northern
warning.
Oklahoma here.
Kansas. Severe
Several hours
thunderstorm
now.
watch. Iowa.
Say probably about 2.5 hours. Has put down the Enid, Oklahoma storm that produced the large tornado here south of Enid
Stayed in the northern tier of counties.
Severe
has
thunderstorm
weakened.
warning. Kansas.
No longer tornado warned.
Severe
It does
thunderstorm
still have a
watch.
severe thunderstorm warning
Iowa.
Probably about 2.5 hours.
for the next several hours for
Enid,
hail
Oklahoma
and
storm that
gusty
produced
winds.
a large tornado here
Kansas.
south of Enid. Stayed in the northern tier of counties.
Severe
Has
thunderstorm
weakened.
warning. Kansas.
No longer tornado warned.
Severe
It does
thunderstorm
still have a
watch.
severe thunderstorm warning
Iowa.
for the next several hours for hail and
storm
still has a
gusty
pretty
winds.
good
Tornado here south of Enid.
rotation marker.
Weakened. No longer tornado warned.
Rotation's going to be right out here in this area. They're probably going to have to extend this warning to include Pawhuska here in a little bit. Still has a pretty good, it'll move probably between Pawhuska and Hurd. Rotation's going to be right out here in this area. They're probably going to have to extend this warning to include Pawhuska here in a little bit. Still has a pretty good, it'll move probably between Pawhuska and Hurd. But right now in Kansas and Oklahoma, we're down to our final tornado warning. It's still this pesky little
Winter storm
storm right here. It has moved all the way across the
flash flood warning.
northern tier of Oklahoma counties
Winter weather
since
advisory.
about
Montana.
6:15 this evening.
Winter
But
weather
right now in
advisory.
Kansas and
So
Oklahoma,
we're going on
we're
about
down to our
3
final
hours.
tornado warning.
Wyoming.
It's still this storm has
pesky
been
little
producing some
storm
havoc
right
across
here.
the northern
Moved all the
tier
way
of
across
counties in Oklahoma.
northern
It's all
tier
stayed
of
south of the
Oklahoma
Kansas-Oklahoma
counties.
border here.
Since
But
about
it's all stayed in
Severe
the northern
thunderstorm
Oklahoma.
warning.
Moving almost
Kansas.
due east.
So we're going on about 3
Earlier on, is moving about 15 to 20 miles per hour. I believe it's moving about 40 miles per hour right now to the east here in Oklahoma. So if this stays on an eastward track, probably Bartlesville, Dewey,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Delaware, Nowata,
Kansas.
Centralia,
Earlier on is moving about
those
15 to 20
areas
miles per hour. I believe it's moving
will
about
all
40
be
miles
affected
per
by
hour
this
right now.
storm here.
Tornado
So if
warning.
this stays on an eastward track,
Oklahoma.
probably
Special weather
Bartlesville,
statement.
Dewey,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Minnesota.
Delaware, Nowata,
Wisconsin.
Centralia,
Flood warning.
those areas
Indiana.
will all be
Michigan.
affected by this
Flood warning.
storm here.
Ohio. Red flag warning.
Stays on an eastward track,
Kansas.
probably
Nebraska.
Bartlesville, Dewey,
Minnesota.
Delaware, Nowata,
Wisconsin.
Centralia,
Flood warning.
those areas.
Indiana.
Things have definitely calmed down compared to where they were probably about an hour ago. An hour ago, we were probably dealing with about 3
Tornado
or 4 tornado
warning.
warnings here along
Oklahoma.
this line of storm in Kansas.
Tornado warning. Missouri.
Right now, we've got one
Severe
in
thunderstorm
extreme
warning.
northwestern Missouri,
Kansas.
that's straight east
Definitely
of the
calmed down compared to where they
Kansas
were
City
probably about
International
an hour
Airport,
ago.
right here in this area.
An hour ago, we were probably
It
dealing
is on the
with about
Missouri
3 or
side
4
that they do have a tornado warning up here north of
Oklahoma.
Kansas City.
Tornado warning.
Moving
Missouri.
due east
Now we've got one
Severe
in
thunderstorm
in
warning.
that area. It's all radar indicated rotation with that storm up there.
Kansas City International.
And then we're also still dealing with this tornado warning here in central Osage County, Oklahoma.
Kansas City.
Tornado warning.
Moving due
Missouri.
east
Severe thunderstorm
in
warning.
that area. It's like all these storms between
that storm up there.
the Wichita area that we've had going on all afternoon is weakened.
In
Central Osage County, Oklahoma. They don't even have any severe thunderstorm warnings or anything on these down here between Latham
Tornado
and
warning.
Virgil, between Gridley.
Iowa.
The
Wichita area.
It's like
that
they've all
we've had
weakened below
all
limits. So they may not extend any type of watch out here further to the east. We'll just have to kind of wait and see.
Severe thunderstorm warnings or anything on these down
It's
here?
moving into quite a bit more
Between
stable
Latham
air
and,
Tornado warning.
Virgil.
out here in this area.
Iowa.
It remained cloudy here across southeastern Kansas
Tornado warning.
They may
all
not
day. I don't even believe we got above 72 or 3 degrees today. So we didn't see any sunshine today. And when you don't see any sunshine, that affects your ingredients that are available for severe weather.
Across southeastern Kansas.
These storms will likely continue to
72 or 3
diminish in
degrees
intensity.
today. So we didn't see any sunshine today. And when you don't see any sunshine,
Might
that
be some
affects
lightning
your,
strikes
ingredients that
and,
are available for severe weather.
maybe a little bit of wind here and there.
These storms will likely continue to
Severe thunderstorm warning.
diminish in intensity.
Missouri.
So we didn't see any sunshine.
It's like about a quarter till
You don't see any sunshine.
9,
Some lightning
8:45-ish,
strikes, ingredients
5 miles northeast of Gridley, Kansas, in
maybe a little
Coffee
bit of wind here and there.
County, Kansas.
Storms will likely
Emergency manager
Severe
reported
thunderstorm
damage to
warning.
an outbuilding
Missouri.
right here in
It's
this
like about a
area in
quarter
Coffee
till
County,
Warning.
9,
Kansas.
45-ish,
Test message.
5 miles northeast of Gridley, Kansas, in
Severe
Coffee.
Not a
thunderstorm
lot of
warning.
winds associated with these storms, but a little bit.
Emergency manager
Severe
reported
thunderstorm
damage to
warning.
an outbuilding
Missouri.
Missouri.
Right here in this area in Coffee County,
Warning.
Kansas.
45-ish,
Test message.
5 miles northeast of Gridley.
Little notch, you can actually see the notch here a little bit better,
But a little bit.
between Kearney and Mosby. Probably right there inside my blue circle. Little notch, you can actually see the notch here a little bit better. This is the storm that's Kansas City, downtown Kansas City is going to be right here. Looks like they had some
inside my blue circle.
wind damage or some strong winds here, probably at this downtown Kansas City airport, 61-mile-an-hour winds
Tornado
as this
warning.
moved through.
Storm that's
Missouri.
Kansas City, downtown Kansas City is going to be right here.
Looks like they got another tornado warning up here with this rotation, this upside down triangle.
Some strong winds.
Shows
here,
a pretty good
probably at this
threshold of
downtown Kansas
some
City airport,
rotation
61-mile-an-hour winds
right there in this area.
as this moved through.
So this is a brand new tornado warning,
Kansas City, downtown Kansas
northwestern Missouri,
Looks like they got another tornado
right
warning up
there.
here with this rotation.
So you've got
upside
this
down
area,
triangle, strong winds
shows
here,
a pretty good
probably at this
threshold of
downtown
east of
some
Kearney,
rotation,
Missouri,
61-mile-an-hour winds
right
in
there,
this area.
inside my circle.
So this is a brand new
Tornado
Moving
warning.
towards Excelsior Estates,
Missouri.
Lawson, and
Missouri.
Crystal Lakes,
Looks like they got another tornado
right
warning
there
up
in
here
that area.
with this
And then this
rotation.
new northern tornado warning
Pretty good threshold of
east of Kearney, Missouri, right there.
this area.
Moving
Inside my
towards
circle.
Holt,
This is a brand new
Tornado
Lathrop,
warning.
towards Excelsior Estates,
Missouri.
Elmira,
Lawson, and
Polo,
Crystal Lakes.
Kingston, Caldwell, and
That area.
Cowgill.
And then this new northern tornado.
So those are a couple of fairly new tornado warnings there in northwestern Missouri.
moving towards Holt.
Downtown Kansas City's right here.
Elmira,
So it's
Polo,
quite a ways north and
Kingston,
east of
Caldwell,
downtown
and
Kansas
Cowgill.
City. Here you've got Liberty, Missouri.
northern tornado. Those are a couple of
Independence,
fairly new
Missouri's
tornado
here.
warnings there in northwestern Missouri.
So yeah, these are all quite a ways north and east of
Kansas City's right here.
Kansas City metro area.
So it's quite a ways north and east of downtown.
Moving
Kansas
back down to
City.
the south and west from Kansas City.
Tornado warning.
Still several severe
Oklahoma.
thunderstorm warnings.
And it's Missouri's
You're probably going to see a wind
So
threat
these are
out
all
of this
quite a ways north
particular
and east of,
bowed line of storms
Kansas
here.
metro area.
Now looks like that's moved through Princeton, coming into Richmond,
Back down to the south.
Garnett. You're probably going to see some
Tornado
pretty
warning.
strong winds here in the next
Several severe
30
thunderstorm
minutes or
warnings.
so.
You're probably going to see a
Westphalia,
wind
Mount Ida,
threat out of
Leroy.
this particular
Tornado warning.
bowed line of storms
Missouri.
here.
Tornado
Looks like that's
warning.
moved through Princeton,
Iowa.
coming into Richmond. And these storms down here east of Wichita is all pretty,
here in the next
Storm warning.
30 minutes.
pretty much dying out.
Westphalia, Mount Ida. Threat out of
They're hitting the
Leroy.
more stable air down here in southeastern Kansas, and
Tornado warning.
they're dying out considerably. And these storms down here east of Wichita is all pretty. And when I say stable air, at Chanute we're at 72 degrees. 63 dew point.
More stable air down.
Tornado warning.
Let's move a little bit further
Missouri.
south here.
Severe
About 73,
thunderstorm
63.
warning.
That's about
Oklahoma.
what most
Severe
of them are right
thunderstorm
now.
warning. Iowa.
Say stable air.
Here northwest of Oklahoma City, they got 66 dew points, so that's quite a bit more moisture to work with.
Tornado warning.
We just don't have that up here in southeastern Kansas right now.
Thunderstorm warning.
That's about
Oklahoma.
what most of
Severe
them are right
thunderstorm
now.
warning. Iowa.
So it'll be interesting to see how much longer this tornado warning storm here goes,
Tornado warning.
whether it'll make it into the Bartlesville area or not.
Oklahoma.
Looks like they've extended the tornado warning to just west of Bartlesville.
Interesting to see how much longer
That goes on until 10 o'clock tonight, so the next 45 minutes.
into the Bartlesville area or not.
So Bartlesville, you're not in the clear yet.
Tornado warning.
Area we're looking at's right here. Moving off to the east, southeast.
On until
10 o'clock tonight, so the next 45 minutes.
into the Bartlesville area or not.
At 9:12, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 3 miles west of Personia, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation.
Storm warning. Kansas.
Locations in or near the path include Pahuska, Osage Hills State Park,
Was located 3 miles west
Okesa,
of Personia.
Big Heart, Personia, and
50
Sunset
miles
Lake.
per hour.
Radar indicated rotation. So if
rotation.
you're inside the purple box here,
Kansas.
you are in a tornado warning until 10 p.m.
Osage Hills State
Bartlesville,
Park.
Oklahoma is about right here.
Big Heart.
And then all
Personia,
points due
Sunset
east of
Lake.
that, you've got Washington, Nowata, Delaware,
Inside the purple box here.
Lenapaw, Centralia,
You are in a
Veneta,
tornado warning until 10 p.m.
Blue Jacket, and Welch.
Osage Hills State
Bartlesville, Oklahoma is about right here.
Tornado warning.
Big Heart.
And then
Iowa.
all points If this continues
Severe
moving due east,
thunderstorm
it will
warning.
probably affect southwestern
Kansas.
Missouri
Delaware.
Severe
within the next
thunderstorm
couple of
warning.
hours.
Lenapaw, Centralia.
Oklahoma.
You are in a
Veneta,
tornado warning until 10 p.m.
Blue Jacket, and Welch.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Tornado warning.
Iowa.
Iowa.
If this
Special weather
continues
Severe
moving due east,
thunderstorm
it will
warning.
probably
Montana.
affect southwestern
Kansas.
Missouri.
Flood warning.
Severe
within the next
thunderstorm
couple of
warning.
hours. The good sign is we have not had any reports of any hail or tornadoes out of this since about
Tornado warning.
Iowa.
8:12 p.m. So it's been over an hour since we've had a
Kansas.
tornado or hail report out of this
The good
tornado
sign
warning
is we have
storm.
not had any reports of
That's a
any
good sign.
hail or tornadoes out of this since about 8:12 p.m. So it's been over an hour since we've had a tornado or hail report out of this.
Severe
These storms
thunderstorm
here
warning.
in southeastern Kansas
Iowa.
continue to weaken.
Tornado warning.
No warnings or anything
Oklahoma.
on these.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Missouri.
8:12 p.m. So it's been over an hour since we've had a.
This is this red box down below here. The jagged box is
Severe
the
thunderstorm
tornado
warning.
watch.
in southeastern
Severe
Kansas.
That it was
thunderstorm
extended
warning.
until
Tornado
11
warning.
p.m.
Minnesota.
No warnings or anything.
It's
Oklahoma.
still unknown whether they will
Severe
extend any type of
thunderstorm warning.
watch out here in front of
Missouri.
this.
Missouri.
They'll probably have to extend something down here
This is the
for
red
Bartlesville
box
and
down
east.
below here,
Let
the
me do some
jagged
more
box
checking
here
to
is
see if
the
they've already
tornado
done
watch.
that, possibly.
That it was extended until 11 p.m. No warnings or anything. It's still unknown whether
Don't
they
see
will
anything
extend any type
yet.
of watch out here in front of
Missouri.
this.
Missouri.
They'll probably have to extend something down here for Bartlesville and east. Let me do some more checking. Right now, we've still got the severe thunderstorm watch.
Was extended until 11 p.m.
Severe thunderstorm watches in Iowa. Severe thunderstorm watch in northwestern Missouri.
They'll probably have to extend
Extreme eastern Kansas.
for Bartlesville.
And then the southern portion of the tornado watch in Kansas.
Thunderstorm watch.
Yeah, the tornado watch pretty much is outlined by this box here in Kansas.
Missouri.
Missouri. Severe thunderstorm.
And then down here in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
And then the southern.
It goes all the way from northern Oklahoma all the way to the southern part of Oklahoma down here.
Yeah, the tornado watch,
Including Oklahoma City.
outlined by this box here in Kansas.
For the tornado watch down there.
Severe thunderstorm.
And then down here in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
And then the southern.
It goes all the way from northern Oklahoma.
all
The
way to
Oklahoma
southern part of
portion
Oklahoma
goes
down
until
including Oklahoma City. Outlined by this box here in Kansas for the tornado watch down there. 11 o'clock also tonight. Down here in Oklahoma. It goes all the way from northern Oklahoma.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
So the Kansas
Iowa,
portion of the tornado watch up here goes
Wisconsin,
until
Tornado warning.
11.
Missouri.
The
Severe
Oklahoma portion
thunderstorm
of the tornado
warning.
watch goes until 11
Oklahoma.
tonight. But still kind of waiting to see if they extend anything out here
Severe
to
thunderstorm
the
warning.
east side of this,
Iowa.
portion of the tornado
Severe
watch,
thunderstorm
since
warning.
this is right on the edge of the
Tornado
tornado
warning.
watch
Wisconsin.
Missouri.
box right here
Severe
at Bartlesville.
thunderstorm
The tornado watch goes until, so we'll
Oklahoma.
just kind of have to see.
Warning.
And it
Illinois.
looks like they did reissue a tornado watch or tornado warning to the east side of this for the cell down here east of Enid. This is right on the edge of the tornado watch
Wisconsin.
Missouri.
box right here at
Severe
Bartlesville.
thunderstorm warning.
So we'll just kind of have to see. Looks like they've still got some rotation here east of Fairmont for the cell down here east of Enid. Yep, still showing some pretty good rotation here between Covington and Douglas,
Tornado warning.
right there in that area.
Missouri.
Moving off to the east. Like they've still got some rotation. Probably going to be embedded in rain. Not going to know it's coming at all. Yep. And remember, all this is on the backside of the storm.
Tornado warning.
Right there in that area.
Missouri.
You would expect a tornado to be down here on the southern edge of the storm, not right here on the backside. Probably going to be embedded in this area. Don't know it's coming at all. So that's been an odd storm all evening since it's really gotten to go. And
Tornado warning.
this is Tulsa down here. On the southern edge of the storm. So if this storm continues on its same trajectory, it'll move off to the east, probably on the north edge of Tulsa for the next 2 to 3 hours. This is Tulsa down here. So if this storm continues, this particular storm here in Osage County, Oklahoma,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
almost
Oklahoma.
looks like it is on the north edge of Tulsa, starting to gust out a little bit. Possibly more outflow dominant than inflow dominant. Particular storm here in Osage County. It'll be interesting to see if they continue the
Oklahoma.
tornado warning or not. Starting to gust out a little bit. Possibly more outflow dominant than inflow dominant. Particular storm here in Osage County. It'll be interesting to see if they continue the tornado warning or not. Yeah, there's definitely less rotation. Looks like right here in this area, rotation's definitely a lot weaker in the Osage County, Oklahoma tornado warning storm. Much weaker than what it has been. Yeah, there's definitely less rotation. Like a little bit of rotation here around the Ponca City area. Rotation's definitely a lot weaker in the Osage County, Oklahoma tornado. Probably on the back side of that. Yeah, right on the back side of that other cell right there. Wow.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Like a little bit of rotation
Missouri.
here around and right here.
Tornado warning. Missouri. Small craft advisory.
Definitely a lot weaker.
Maritime. Maritime.
Probably on the yeah, I believe this will probably become outflow dominant
Maritime.
here.
Maritime.
You see it starting to bow out
Maritime.
quite a bit more than what it had been.
Advisory.
So I would look for them probably to.
Maritime. Small
Yeah,
craft
I believe this
advisory.
will probably allow this tornado warning to expire here.
Maritime.
You see it starting to bow out. Supposed to go till 10 o'clock. We'll see if they allow it to go to 10 or not. But so I would look for the way this storm's looking now. It's changed a lot in its
Severe thunderstorm
characteristics.
warning. Missouri.
Allow this tornado warning to expire. You see it starting to bow out. Supposed to go till 10 o'clock. We'll see if they allow it to go to 10 or not. But so I would look for the way this storm's looking now. It's yeah, all this up here in southeastern Kansas is really weakened a bunch from what it was earlier. It's really moving a lot faster too. We'll see if they allow it to go to 10 or not. But I would look the way this storm's looking now. It's yeah, all this up here. Like they've moved this tornado, the southern tornado warning. It's further south from what it was earlier. From Sibley, Oric, really moving a lot faster too. Camden, Richmond, and Henrietta will all be affected by this tornado warning. Looks like they've moved this tornado, the southern tornado warning, it's further south. And the one up further north here, Sibley, Elmira, Polo,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Kingston,
Iowa.
will all be affected.
Severe
Lathrop,
thunderstorm warning.
tornado warning
Kansas.
here in this area. Like they've moved this tornado, the southern tornado warning, it's further south. And the one up further north here, Sibley,
Severe
Elmira,
thunderstorm warning.
Polo,
Severe
Iowa.
thunderstorm warning.
Kingston,
Severe thunderstorm
Iowa.
warning.
will all be affected.
Severe
Kansas.
thunderstorm warning.
Tornado warning here in
Kansas.
this area. So right now we've got the 2 tornado warnings,
Severe thunderstorm
northwestern Missouri,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
off to the east and northeast of Kansas City, downtown Kansas City.
Kansas.
So Kansas City is in the clear from that. Still have 2 tornado warnings. 2 tornado warnings. Still have this storm northwestern off to the east of Enid, Oklahoma. Off to the east and northeast of Kansas. And then we've got the one off to the west of Bartlesville. So down here, west of Pawhuska and
Tornado
Bartlesville.
warning. Missouri.
It's moving off to the east. It's about 40 miles an hour. Off to the east of Enid, Oklahoma. And then we've got the one off to the west of Bartlesville. Right now, that's the only tornado warnings we've got.
Missouri.
We were a lot busier earlier.
Missouri.
Moving off to we've come a long way. About 40 miles an hour. And these storms across southeastern Kansas have definitely weakened. Most of them. Right now, that's the only tornado warnings we've between Latham and Leroy have all weakened below severe limits. Come a long way. Probably see a little bit of lightning. These storms across southeastern. A little bit of thunder in these storm cells here, but they are below severe limits. Between Latham, this particular cell down here in Osage County, Oklahoma, below severe limits. It's still tornado warned until 10 p.m., another 30 minutes or so. A little bit of thunder in these storm cells.
Severe
See if it
thunderstorm
continues
warning.
to be tornado warned or not. If
Kansas.
it does, Bartlesville,
Missouri.
you will be up next. This particular you got Nowata, Delaware, and Lenapaw. It's still tornado warned until 10 further east than that. You got Welch and Blue Jacket and Veneta.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
So
Kansas.
if it does, Bartlesville.
Missouri.
Also have to keep an eye throughout the rest of the evening on this southern storm that produced a fairly large damaging tornado around the Vance Air Force Base south of Enid.
Thunderstorm warning.
So that was about 8:11 p.m. tonight. Also have to keep an eye a little over an hour ago. Evening on this southern storm. I still haven't heard of any damage down there. We'll have to do some scouring of some social media. If I find anything, I'll put it on my Facebook page and kind of go from there. I still haven't heard of any damage down there. We'll have to do some scouring of some social media. If I find anything, I'll put it on my Facebook page and kind of go from
Tornado
there.
warning. Oklahoma.
Still haven't heard of any damage down there. We'll have to do some scouring of some social media. If I find anything, I'll put it on my Facebook page and kind of go from
Tornado
there.
warning. Oklahoma. Like the area right here of concern on this particular storm, north of Elmira.
Severe
This is
thunderstorm warning.
This is Kansas
Missouri.
City. Missouri,
Tornado
Kansas
warning.
City, Kansas metro area right
Oklahoma.
here. Like the area right here of concern on this particular
Severe
storm,
thunderstorm warning.
north of Elmira.
Missouri.
And looks like the
Severe
area of concern is just
thunderstorm
right here,
Missouri.
east of Lathrop.
Tornado warning.
In this area right here.
Oklahoma.
And then down here on this cell, like the area right here of concern on this particular
Severe
storm.
thunderstorm warning.
This is downtown Kansas City right here. Like the area of concern. So Oric, Richmond, Henrietta,
Hardin, Missouri, all in northwest Missouri.
On this cell,
You're under a tornado warning. On that cell there,
this is downtown.
these are all
Kansas City
moving
right
east.
here.
It's about 50, 60 mile an hour.
Richmond, Henrietta, Hardin, Missouri, all in northwest Missouri.
Kind of waiting to see if they're going to extend this tornado warning any further east into Bartlesville. About 50, 60 mile an hour.
Richmond,
Still waiting to see if they extend the watches further east also.
Maryland.
Kind of waiting to see if they're going to
Tornado
extend this
Missouri.
tornado warning any further east into Bartlesville. About 50, 60 mile an hour. Still waiting to see if they extend the watches further east also.
Maryland.
Kind of waiting to see if they're going to extend this.
Missouri.
So we're going to keep an eye on this for just a few more minutes here and see what they decide to do with these. Still waiting to see if they extend the watches further east also. Kind of waiting to see if they're going to extend this. So we're going to keep an eye on this for just a few more minutes here and see what they decide to do with these. So we're going to keep an eye on this for just a few more minutes here. and
Tornado
see
warning.
What they decide to do with these.
Missouri. Tornado warning. Missouri.
With this particular tornado warning, this is Bartlesville, Oklahoma here. So this is moving almost due east. Looks like it'll affect Bartlesville by 946. Ochaletta, 949, Talala, 1008, and Nowata by 10:08 p.m. Looks like it'll affect Bartlesville by 946. Ochaletta, 949, Talala, 1008, and Nowata by 10:08 p.m. Looks like it'll affect Bartlesville by 946. Ochaletta, 949, Talala, 1008, and Nowata
Special weather
by
statement.
10:08 p.m.
Wisconsin. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Missouri. Special weather statement. Wisconsin. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Missouri.
Looks like they're going to allow the tornado warning, and they just did, on the Osage County, Oklahoma tornado down here
Severe
to
thunderstorm warning.
expire.
Kansas.
They're saying
Severe
that
thunderstorm
the
warning.
storm which prompted the warning has moved out
Kansas.
of the warned area.
Missouri.
Therefore, the warning will
Looks
be
like
allowed to
they're going to
expire.
allow
However,
the
hail and
tornado
strong
warning,
winds are still
and they just
possible.
did.
Tornado watch
Osage
remains in
County,
effect
Oklahoma
Tornado
tornado down here.
until
Severe
11 p.m. for
thunderstorm
northeastern
warning.
Oklahoma.
Kansas.
Saying
Severe
that
thunderstorm
the
warning.
storm which prompted the warning has moved out
Kansas.
of the warned area.
Missouri.
Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. However, hail and strong winds are still possible. Tornado watch remains in effect
until
Severe
11 p.m. for
thunderstorms
northeastern
Iowa,
Oklahoma.
Kansas. Severe thunderstorms.
I'm not real clear on what they mean here. A tornado warning still remains in effect for northeastern Osage County until 10 p.m. So that, yeah, kind of contradicting themselves when they say that Osage County has been taken out of the warning. I'm not real clear on what they mean here. A tornado warning still remains in effect for northeastern Osage County until 10 p.m. So that, yeah. Looks like they've got a severe thunderstorm warning for that Osage County's been Montgomery County, Kansas, and Chautauqua County, Kansas.
Flood warning.
Back here.
Wisconsin.
National Weather Service in Wichita has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Montgomery County, thunderstorm warning for southeastern Kansas, and southern Chautauqua County and southeastern Kansas until 10:30 p.m. Montgomery County, at 9:32 p.m. A severe thunderstorm is located over Elgin, or 9 miles southwest of Sedan, moving east at 45 miles per hour. You can expect 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Southern Chautauqua County and southeastern. As radar indicated, 30 p.m. Areas impacted will include Caney, Sedan, Cedarvale, Tyro, Peru, Chautauqua, Havana, Elgin, Bolton,
Severe
Unitaz,
thunderstorm watch.
Independence Airport,
Iowa,
Elk City State Park,
Missouri.
and Elk City Lake.
Severe thunderstorm watch. Iowa.
And this area right here
Severe
is what we're
thunderstorm
talking
warning.
about.
Kansas.
With a new severe thunderstorm
Severe
warning.
thunderstorm warning.
Havana,
Oklahoma.
Elgin, Bolton,
Severe thunderstorm watch.
Independence Airport. And it looks like up to 60-mile-an-hour winds, what they're expecting with that particular cell.
Iowa.
And this area right here
Severe
is what we're
thunderstorm
talking
warning.
about.
Kansas.
With a new severe thunderstorm.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Oklahoma.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
And it looks like up to 60-mile-an-hour winds, what they're
Wisconsin.
expecting with. So right now in Oklahoma,
Thunderstorm warning.
we've still got one
Oklahoma.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
tornado warning.
Thunderstorm warning. Oklahoma.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
It looks like down here in north central Oklahoma. So right now in Oklahoma, Enid is back here.
Tornado
This thing
warning.
Put down a pretty
Oklahoma.
decent sized tornado south
Severe
of
thunderstorm
Enid,
warning.
Oklahoma here
Missouri.
at about 8:11
Severe
tonight.
thunderstorm warning.
I believe
Oklahoma.
that affected the Vance Air Force Base. I've not seen any photographs or any damage pictures as of yet.
Tornado warning.
But they
Severe
did spot a tornado there south of Enid with this storm
Missouri.
at about 8:11
Severe
tonight.
thunderstorm warning.
I believe that
Oklahoma.
affected. Right now, it's the only tornado warning that we have in Oklahoma. Photographs or any damage pictures
Severe
as of yet.
thunderstorm warning.
Tornado warning.
Iowa.
They
Flood warning.
did spot a tornado there south of Enid with this storm
Wisconsin.
at about 8:11
Severe
tonight.
thunderstorm warning.
I believe that
Oklahoma.
affected. Right now, it's the only tornado warning that we have in Oklahoma. Looks like this cell up here south of Eureka has got some hail in it. Looks like it's kind of ramped up a little bit from what it was. Yeah, it definitely has ramped up quite a bit. Cell up here, because that had all died down pretty good there. Got some hail in earlier. Looks like it's kind of ramped up a little bit from what it was. Yeah, it definitely has ramped up quite a bit.
Flood watch. Wisconsin.
Because that had
Flood
all
warning.
died down pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't issue a
Storm warning.
severe thunderstorm warning for this area here
Severe thunderstorm warning.
across Greenwood County, southeastern Greenwood County.
Flood watch. Wisconsin.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't issue a closest to home so far, severe thunderstorm warning for this cell here across
Greenwood County,
southern Chautauqua County,
southeastern,
and then that warning goes on into the southwestern
Severe
portions
thunderstorm
of
warning.
Montgomery County here,
Missouri.
west of Coffeyville.
Severe
and
thunderstorm
Independence.
warning. Iowa.
60-mile-an-hour wind gusts can be expected with this storm, and 3/4-inch hail. Southern Chautauqua County, and then that warning goes on into the southwestern
Severe
portions
thunderstorm
of
warning.
Montgomery County here,
Missouri.
west of Coffeyville.
Severe
and
thunderstorm
Independence.
warning. Iowa.
60-mile-an-hour wind gusts can be expected with this storm, and 3/4-inch hail. Southern Chautauqua County, and then that warning goes on
Severe
portions
thunderstorm
of
warning.
Montgomery County here,
Missouri.
west of Coffeyville
Severe
and Independence.
thunderstorm warning. Iowa.
60-mile-an-hour wind gusts can be expected with this storm, and 3/4-inch hail. Southern Chautauqua County, and then that warning goes on into the southwestern
Severe
portions
thunderstorm
of
warning.
Montgomery County here,
Missouri.
west of Coffeyville
Severe
and
thunderstorm warning.
But things have died down a little bit. Seeing things
Severe
ramp back
thunderstorm
up,
warning.
severe storm-wise,
Iowa.
a little bit here across southeastern Kansas. Like I said, we'll have to see if the Wichita National Weather Service is going to issue a
Things have
severe thunderstorm warning for this cell here
Severe
east of
thunderstorm
Eureka.
warning.
severe storm-wise.
Kansas
Iowa.
across southeastern
A little
Greenwood
bit here
County.
across southeastern Kansas.
Looks like a
Tornado warning.
I said we'll have to see if the
Iowa.
Wichita National
looks like
Weather
a
Service
pretty
Severe
good
thunderstorm warning.
hail core here.
Iowa.
Severe thunderstorm warning for this
Flood
cell here
advisory.
east
Let's
of
see
Eureka.
what size
of hail we've got.
Kansas across southeastern Greenwood County.
Southeastern Kansas.
Looks like a
Tornado warning.
I said we'll have to see if the
Iowa.
Wichita National
looks like a
Weather Service
pretty
Severe
good
thunderstorm warning.
hail core here.
severe
Iowa.
thunderstorm warning for this
Flood
cell here
advisory.
east of
Let's see what
Eureka.
size of hail we've got.
Kansas across southeastern Greenwood County.
Yeah, it looks like up to about inch hail
Good hail core here.
between Severy and Climax. And that's along the 99 highway, State Highway 99,
Yeah, it looks like
between
up to
Eureka
about
and
inch
Severy,
hail.
out here in the Flint Hills. It's a pretty decent little
Between
hail core
Severy
there
and
that's popped
Climax.
back up. That wasn't there probably
That's along
15,
the
20 minutes
99
ago.
highway,
Wisconsin.
State Highway 99.
Severe thunderstorm
between
warning.
Eureka
And
Severy.
then severe thunderstorm warning here across Chautauqua County and
the Flint Hills.
Montgomery County. I don't even see any hail in it at all.
Pretty decent little hail core.
It is
there
all
that's
the
popped
60
back
mile an
up.
hour
That
wind, I would
wasn't there
imagine.
Probably
Is what
15,
they
20
warned on
minutes
for
ago.
this storm.
State Highway 99.
We'll have to see as it comes into the Independence
Severe
Airport and
thunderstorm
Coffeyville
warning
Airport here.
across Chautauqua County.
What kind of
Montgomery
winds they've
County. I
actually
don't even
got
see any
with
hail
that.
in it at
Severe
all.
thunderstorm warning.
It is all the 60
Iowa.
mile an hour wind, I would imagine. Not a lot of hail with these storms here, mainly wind gusts.
We'll have to see
If you're
as
in
it comes into
Bartlesville, you
the
could probably expect
Independence
some
Airport, Coffeyville
pretty
Airport
hefty
here.
wind gusts with this storm moving in towards
Kinda
you
winds
there in
they've actually
Bartlesville.
got with that.
Up
Severe
to 70 mile an
thunderstorm
hour, it
warning.
looks like.
Iowa.
And to get any really large hail up to
Here, mainly wind gusts.
2 inch or so,
If you're in Bartlesville, you could probably
2.1 inch
Thunderstorm
pretty
warning.
hefty wind
on this
gusts
cell here
moving
southeast of
in
Enid.
towards you
Dense
there in
fog advisory.
Bartlesville.
Yeah, that's some pretty good size hail there on that tornado warning
Looks like.
storm
Travel
still.
advisory.
And to get any really
But,
large hail up to
Yeah, it looks like these is all
so
back down to less than an inch size here
2.1
southeast of
inch.
Eureka.
pretty hefty wind on this cell here
Again.
southeast of Enid.
Dense fog advisory.
Yeah, that's some pretty good size hail there on that tornado warning storm
Travel
still.
advisory.
And to get any really
But,
large hail up to
So we'll probably have some rumbles of thunder as this
Severe
moves on
thunderstorm
towards the
warning.
Parsons area.
Oklahoma.
Parsons and Pittsburgh and
again
down in that area.
Yeah, that's some pretty
But
good size
we
hail
can
there.
definitely
Tornado warning storm.
expect some wind gusts up to 60 mile an hour up here and about
So we'll
60 mile an
probably have
hour
some
coming
rumbles
into
of thunder,
Bartlesville
severe
area
thunderstorm
within the
warnings
next
area.
10 to 15 minutes or so.
Parsons and Pittsburgh and
And still, we've only got the one tornado warning down here
and definitely
south and east of Enid,
expect some
Oklahoma.
wind gusts up
Severe
to 60 mile an
thunderstorm
hour. Up
warning.
Still a
here.
pretty good
About
tornado
60
warning
mile an
storm
hour
down
coming into
here.
Bartlesville
Severe
area
thunderstorm
within the next
warnings.
10 to 15 minutes or so. Parsons and Pittsburgh and
And still, we've only got the one tornado warning down here
definitely
south and east of Enid,
expect
Oklahoma.
some wind gusts up to
Severe
60 mile an hour. Up
Still
here.
a pretty good tornado warning storm down here.
Bartlesville area within the next 10 to 15 minutes or so.
And still, we've only got the one tornado warning down here.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
East of Enid,
Oklahoma.
Still a pretty good tornado warning storm down here. Not a lot of hail left. Looks like they've canceled all the tornado warnings up here in northwestern
Severe
Missouri.
thunderstorm warning. Oklahoma.
I believe you got to go all the way up to Iowa. Well, I don't even see anything up there now. So it looks like we have
Not a lot
one
of hail
Severe
left.
thunderstorm
Looks like
warning.
they've tornado warning.
Canceled all the tornado warnings up here.
And that's on the very southern cell,
Iowa.
Oklahoma.
southeast of
Wind
Enid.
advisory.
You got to go all the way up to
Idaho.
Iowa.
Freeze warning.
Well, I don't even see anything up there
Idaho.
now.
Everything's pretty much weakening, like
Looks
I
like
said,
we
as
have
it moves off
one,
into the more stable air.
Tornado warning.
Here across southeastern Kansas,
That's on
northeastern
the very
Oklahoma,
Southern cell,
Iowa.
southeast of Enid.
we didn't really get the sunshine and
Freeze warning.
everything to bake our
Severe
atmosphere
thunderstorm
today here
warning.
in southeastern Kansas.
Oklahoma.
As it moves off into the
Severe
more
thunderstorm warning.
Tornado warning.
Iowa.
Well, these are kind of losing their
Kansas,
punch
northeast
tonight
Oklahoma,
as they move off to the south and east.
southeast of Enid.
We didn't really get the sunshine, and be
Everything
nice
to
if we
bake
could get a
our
little bit of
atmosphere
rainfall
today
tonight,
in
but
southeastern
we just kind of have to wait and
Kansas.
see what we
Moves
get.
off into the
Severe
more
thunderstorm warning.
Well,
Iowa.
these are kind of losing their punch tonight as they move off to the south and east. We didn't really get the sunshine, and be nice if we could get a little bit of rainfall tonight, but we just kind of have to wait and see what we get.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Iowa.
Well, these are kind of losing their punch tonight as they move off to the south and east. We didn't really get the sunshine, and be nice if we could get a little bit of rainfall tonight, but we just kind of have to wait and see what we get.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Iowa.
Well, these are kind of losing their punch tonight as they move off to the south and east. Be nice if we could get a little bit of rainfall tonight, but just kind of have to wait and see what we get. It's definitely got a pretty big hail core here on this, off to the east southeast of Covington, Oklahoma.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Wisconsin.
Looks like Covington's the only town within this tornado
Definitely got
warning.
a pretty big hail core here on this, off to the east southeast of Covington, Oklahoma.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Wisconsin.
Looks like Covington's the only town within Enid is back up here to the left, upper left corner of the map.
Severe
Still
thunderstorm
west of
warning.
I-35
Missouri.
Oklahoma.
for the tornado warning down here.
Looks like Covington's the only town within
Enid is back up here to the left, upper left corner of the map.
Severe
Still
thunderstorm
west of
warning.
I-35
Missouri.
for the tornado warning down here. Enid is back up here to the left, upper left corner.
Severe thunderstorm
map.
warning. Missouri.
Severe
Still
thunderstorm
west of
warning.
I-35
Missouri.
for the tornado warning down here. Yeah, that's just a complete mess. There ain't really any organized
Severe thunderstorm warning.
areas of rotation that I am seeing on that tornado warning storm down here in Oklahoma. I'm not sure what they're even looking
Severe
at with
thunderstorm
that.
warning.
Yeah, that's just
Kansas.
a complete mess. There ain't really any organized. Yeah, there's really not much organization to any of rotation that I am seeing on that tornado warning storm rotation there in Oklahoma. I'm not sure what. Maybe right here now. Even looking
Severe
at with
thunderstorm
possibly there
warning.
outside the tornado warning.
Kansas.
There ain't really any organized. Yeah, there's really not much organization to any. 958 to Perry. 1032 to Morrison. Maybe right here now.
Thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
Possibly there. Just a very odd storm. It's definitely not your typical supercell thunderstorm. 958 to Perry. 1032 to Morrison. I mean, if I was going to be looking for rotation, it would probably be right there.
Kansas.
And it's not right there, according to the radar. It's right there. In the middle of it all.
Severe thunderstorm watch. Iowa.
Really, really
Severe
odd storm.
thunderstorm
If I was gonna be
warning.
looking for rotation, it would
Iowa.
be right there. And it's not right there, according to the radar. It's right there. In the middle of it all.
Severe thunderstorm watch. Iowa.
Really, really
Severe
odd storm.
thunderstorm warning.
I'm not sure if this out here is actually reaching the ground or not. I haven't been outside to check on that.
Severe thunderstorm watch.
in the middle of it all.
Severe
Iowa.
thunderstorm watch.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Really
Severe
odd stuff.
thunderstorm
Iowa.
warning.
I'm not sure if this
Severe
out here is
thunderstorm
actually
warning.
reaching the ground or not. I haven't been outside
Oklahoma.
to check on that. Yeah, it looks like the main wind part of this is going to be very extreme southern edge of Chautauqua County. And it'll stay right along the Kansas-Oklahoma border on the Kansas side. Get to about Coffeyville by 10:30. 10:22 to 10:27-ish. Part of this is going to be very extreme southern edge of Chautauqua. Yeah, they're probably just expecting wind on this northern edge of this
border on the Kansas
bowed out
side.
area here.
Get to about
Up to
Coffeyville
60
by
mile an hour
10:30.
winds. Bartlesville, about the same type of deal. 60, 70 mile an hour winds here. In the southern section of this bow.
Yeah, they're probably
The apex of the bow right here is probably where you're going to see the strongest
Text
winds.
message.
Bowed out area here.
Maryland.
to about
Up to
Coffeyville
60
Severe
mile an hour
thunderstorm
winds.
warning. Iowa.
Bartlesville, about the same type of deal. 60, 70 mile an hour winds here. In the southern section of this bow.
Yeah, they're probably
The apex of the bow right here.
Yeah,
Yeah, these are the only severe thunderstorm warnings so far
Maryland.
in southeastern Kansas.
Storm warning. Iowa.
And then you've got severe thunderstorm warnings all up and down this line
Severe
here.
thunderstorm warning. Iowa. Severe
Central
thunderstorm
Oklahoma.
warning.
These
Kansas.
are south and east of Ponca City, east of Enid, southeastern Kansas, with a very small tornado warning right now on the backside of this storm cell.
all up and down this line.
Severe
here.
thunderstorm
Right
warning.
there.
Iowa. Severe
Central
thunderstorm
Oklahoma.
warning. Kansas.
South and east of Ponca City, east of Enid, southeastern Kansas, with a very small tornado warning right now. They may have just issued a new warning for this
Tornado
Severe
warning.
thunderstorm
right
warning.
there.
Oklahoma.
Iowa.
Severe thunderstorm
Severe
warning.
thunderstorm warning.
Kansas.
Kansas.
South and east of Ponca City, east of Enid, southeastern Kansas, with a very small tornado warning right now. They may have just issued. At 9:49, a severe thunderstorm was located near Peru.
Oklahoma. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas.
Right here is
Tornado
Peru,
warning.
Probably
Oklahoma.
the leading edge of the wind. Or 7 miles southeast of Sedan. 9:49, a severe thunderstorm was located near Peru. Moving east at 35 miles per hour. Hazards include 60 mile per hour wind gusts. This is all radar indicated.
Tornado warning. Oklahoma.
Locations impacted include Caney, Sedan, Tyro, Peru, Chautauqua, Havana, Elgin, Bolton, Neataz, Independence Airport, and Elk City State Park. This is all radar indicated.
Tornado warning. Oklahoma.
Locations impacted include Caney, Sedan, Tyro, Peru, Chautauqua, Havana, Elgin, Bolton, Neataz. Yeah, I imagine they're probably thinking there's some decent winds out here, or probably radar indicated winds out here on the leading edge of this is the reason that they have a severe thunderstorm warning for this. This is
Tornado
southern
watch.
Chautauqua County,
Oklahoma.
and over here is
Severe
southwestern
thunderstorm watch.
Montgomery County,
Arkansas. Oklahoma.
We're looking at the area in the polygon edge of this is the reason that they yellow box right here for this. This is
Tornado
southern
watch.
Chautauqua County. This will
Oklahoma.
continue off to the
Severe
east,
thunderstorm watch.
northeast-ish.
Arkansas.
It stays on the same path. It'll probably move off to the south of Parsons. There's around Mound Valley, Altamont, Edna,
Tornado watch.
this will continue off Liberty, Cherryville.
Thunderstorm watch.
Right here in this area will likely be in the path of this severe storm.
Thunderstorm warning.
Move off to the south of Parsons.
Tornado watch.
There's around Mound Valley, Altamont, Edna,
Severe thunderstorm watch.
Liberty,
Arkansas.
Cherryville.
Oklahoma.
Right here in this area will likely be in the path. of
Severe
this,
thunderstorm
severe
warning.
storm.
Thunderstorm warning.
Oklahoma.
Update on the tornado watch in northeastern Oklahoma. Tornado watch number 137 remains valid until 11 p.m. this evening for the following areas in Oklahoma. This watch includes 2 counties,
Severe thunderstorm
Osage
warning.
and Pawnee.
Oklahoma.
Pawhuska and
Update on
Pawnee.
tornado watch
The
in
cities of
northeastern
Pawhuska and
Oklahoma.
Pawnee are still included in this
Tornado watch number 1 through
tornado
7
watch
remains
until 11
valid
p.m.
until 11
Everything
p.m.
else
this
behind
evening
all
for the
that's
following areas in Oklahoma.
been canceled.
Watch includes 2 counties,
Severe thunderstorm
Osage
warning.
and Pawnee.
Oklahoma.
Pawhuska and
Update on
Pawnee.
tornado watch
The
in
cities of
northeastern
Pawhuska and
Oklahoma.
Pawnee are still included in this
Tornado watch number 1 through
tornado
7
watch
remains
until
Severe
11 p.m.
thunderstorm warning.
Everything else behind all that's
Oklahoma.
areas in Oklahoma.
been
Severe
canceled.
thunderstorm watch.
2 counties,
Kansas.
Osage
Missouri.
and Pawnee. Pawhuska and Pawnee. The cities of Pawhuska and Pawnee are still included in this
Severe thunderstorm watch.
until 11 p.m.
Kansas.
But since
Missouri.
we're coming in on to the about the 10 o'clock time frame, time is about 9:54 p.m. this evening, Thursday, April the 23rd. I'm probably
Severe
going to jump
thunderstorm
off of
watch.
here unless
Kansas.
something else fires back
Missouri.
up.
coming in on the
Right now, we've still got the one tornado warning.
time frame.
I'm not sure if that will continue or not. I really haven't seen too many updates on it.
Thursday, April the 23rd.
Like I said, it's been a really weird storm. Rotation's been on
Probably
a
going to jump off of
definitely
here.
a weird part of the storm most of the
Fires
evening.
back up. Coming in on the
Right
now,
now,
we've
and they
still
did
got
have a
the one
tornado with it
warning.
clear back here at Enid around the
Not sure
Vance
if
Air
that will
Force
continue
Base
or not.
Red
I
flag
really
warning.
haven't
a little
seen
after
too
8
many
o'clock,
updates on
so a
it.
couple hours ago.
Texas.
Said it's been a really
I have
weird
not
storm.
heard of any
Rotation's been
damage
gonna jump off of
definitely
here.
or anything. I
Weird
really
part
haven't
of the
looked at
storm
any
most of the
social
evening.
media sites or anything to see if there was any
Did have a
damage to
tornado
that
with
area
it, clear
or
back here at
not.
Enid around the Vance Air Force Base.
But a little after 8 o'clock. I think I am going to jump off of here. All this stuff's really kind of calmed down. Still got a little bit of hail, a little bit of wind. It can still be possible here across southeastern Kansas. Oh, and right now, before I get off of here, it appears
I think I am going to jump off of here. All this stuff's really
that they have issued a severe thunderstorm watch,
It can still be possible here across southeastern.
number 140, until 4 a.m. for the remainder of southeastern Kansas.
That they have.
Let me
issued
zoom
a
out and
severe
kind of give you an idea where all that covers.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah,
Iowa.
pretty much the areas that wasn't included in the tornado watch until 11
4 a.m.
is now under a severe thunderstorm watch until 4 a.m.
Kansas.
Kansas.
So Montgomery,
That they have
Chautauqua.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
All that covers.
Actually,
Iowa.
what? Montgomery,
Severe thunderstorm
Labette,
warning.
The areas
Cherokee,
Kansas.
included in the
Crawford,
tornado watch until 11.
Neosho,
Now
Allen
under a severe thunderstorm watch
and,
until
Bourbon
4 a.m.
is under this new
So Montgomery.
severe thunderstorm watch until 4 a.m.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
All that covers.
Actually,
Iowa.
what? Montgomery,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Labette,
The areas
Cherokee.
Kansas.
So thought I'd throw that out there before I get off of here. So we're not quite out of the woods yet.
thunderstorm watch
It's mainly wind, a little bit of hail,
is new. So Montgomery.
a little bit of hail up here,
Severe thunderstorm warning. Iowa.
east to north and east to Severy, and Toronto, south of Toronto, north of Fall River.
It's mainly wind.
That will march off to the east southeast, Buffalo, Benedict. You'll probably see a little bit of hail, possibly Fredonia, Altoona,
East to north and east to Severy.
Earlton, Thayer, and Erie.
Toronto.
If it stays on its same path,
North of Fall River.
possibly see some hail with this
Will,
particular storm.
March off to the east.
And it looks like this will
Buffalo,
probably
Benedict,
fill in with some
probably
pretty
see a little bit
hefty
of hail,
storm. And
possibly Fredonia.
nothing else,
Altoona,
we need the rain.
Earlton,
We
Thayer,
really do
Erie.
need the rainfall here in southeastern Kansas to try to stay ahead of the drought conditions that we're currently seeing. But
It looks like this will probably fill in with some pretty hefty
I am happy
storm.
that I was able to get on here
Nothing
tonight.
else,
I've had some
we need the
major computer issues over the
We
last
really do need
week.
the rainfall here in
It's
southeastern
almost 2
Kansas
weeks.
to,
It's taken me
try
some
to
a
stay
while
ahead of the
to
drought
get everything
conditions
figured
that,
out.
we're currently seeing. But
And
this will probably
I think I'm back.
I am happy that I was able to get on here tonight.
And,
I've had some major
thunderstorm
computer
warning.
If I
issues
don't
over
see
the
you,
last
we'll
week.
probably have some pretty active days coming up. It sounds
For a
like
while to, get
between
everything
now
figured out.
and the middle of next week.
And, think
So
I'm back.
severe weather-wise,
I was able to get on
let me
here
take a
tonight.
gander of that and see what we're
If I don't see you,
looking at.
probably have some pretty active days coming
Looks
up.
like southeastern
like
Oklahoma and northeastern
Severe
Texas is under a
thunderstorm
slight
warning.
risk
Middle
of
of
severe
next week.
storms.
Oklahoma. Severe thunderstorm
Tomorrow
watch.
evening,
Weather-wise,
afternoon, and
Kansas.
evening.
hours.
Tornado watch.
That and see what
Kansas.
if I don't see you looking at. That's on Friday. Saturday, things look to move back towards the central Kansas to northeastern Oklahoma area. They have an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms.
Tornado watch.
Slight risk here in southeastern Kansas. So
Saturday,
that's day 3. So that'll be Saturday.
Message.
So Saturday, it looks like we'll definitely have some severe weather.
severe thunderstorms.
And what do we have after that?
Here in southeastern Kansas.
Day
So
4.
Saturday,
Looks like on
day
Sunday we've got a
3.
30% chance of severe weather again.
Saturday, Kansas.
On Sunday,
looks like we'll definitely have
day
some
5,
severe
that'll move
weather.
off into eastern Missouri.
And what do we have after that?
And then day 6 through 8, nothing.
Day
So it looks like all the way through at least Monday,
Like on Sunday, we've got a 30% chance of severe weather again.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
On Sunday,
Looks like we'll probably have some severe weather here across Kansas and Oklahoma.
and then day
So
6
I'll
through
likely
8,
be back on during that time frame. And I will
looks
for
like all the
sure
way
see
through
you
at
all
least
on Monday,
Sunday, we've got
as I will get back to the weekly weather
Saturday,
briefings.
Sunday and Monday.
I've really missed that the last couple
Looks like we'll
weeks. I
probably have some
apologize.
severe
And like I
weather
said,
here
I had some
across
major
the
computer
Kansas and
issues, and
Oklahoma.
I believe I've got that all ironed out now.
During
And,
that time frame.
but we will for sure see you next
all on
Monday evening,
as I
about
will
5 or
get back to
5:30
the
p.m.
weekly
Central
weather
Daylight
briefings.
Time,
Sunday and Monday. I've
with
missed
the
that last couple
upcoming week
weeks. I
briefing
apologize. And like I
for the
said, I had
upcoming
some
work
major
week and through the
computer
next
issues.
weekend.
I believe I've
And
got that
we'll
all
touch
ironed
on
out
some of the
now.
severe weather
But we
at
will
that
for
point in
sure
time.
see you next
And then
Monday.
I will also be live if we have any
Central Daylight
Severe
Time.
major severe
thunderstorm warning.
thunderstorm warnings or tornado
Oklahoma.
warnings during this upcoming weekend.
Next weekend.
So stay safe out there, stay weather aware,
Some of the severe weather.
and
At that
here in
point
southeastern
time.
Kansas, I'm looking
And then
forward
I
to
will,
hearing some thunder
also
here in a
be
little
live
bit,
if we
and
have any,
hopefully it stays to
Severe
a
thunderstorm
little bit of
warning.
lightning and
warnings or
thunder and
tornado
Oklahoma.
nothing real severe.
during this.
So until next time, this is Russ with
Stay safe out there.
Russ's
Stay
Weather
aware.
Recon,
And
and it's been my
here in
pleasure to
southeastern
keep you all
Kansas, I'm looking
updated on
forward to some thunder here in a
severe
little
weather
bit.
happenings this evening,
Stays
and
to
Severe
a
thunderstorm
little bit of
Flood
lightning and
advisory.
thunder.
and as I go off the air, it looks like all the tornado warnings in the
This is Russ with
central and southern
Russ's
plains
Weather
is
Recon.
pretty much all done for
And
right
it's been
now.
my
We're
pleasure
down
keep
to
you
a
all
handful
updated
of
on,
severe
severe
thunderstorm
weather
warnings
happenings this evening
across
and,
northeastern Oklahoma, north central
as I go
Oklahoma,
off the
and
air,
that
it
is
looks like
about
all
it
the,
right now.
tornado warnings in the,
So until next time, this is
central and
Russ.
southern plains is
Stay weather aware,
pretty much all done for right now.
and
Down to
have a good
handful
evening.
of,
Thank you.
severe thunderstorm warnings happenings this evening
Across northeastern Oklahoma, north central
as I go
Oklahoma,
off the
and
air,
that
it
is
looks like
about
all
it
the,
right now.
tornado warnings in the,
So until next time, this is
central and
Russ.
southern plains is
Stay weather aware,
pretty much all done for right now.
and
Down to
have a good
handful
evening.
of
Thank you.
severe thunderstorm warnings
Across northeastern Oklahoma, north central Oklahoma, and that is about it right now. So until next time, this is Russ. Stay weather aware,
Severe thunderstorm warning.
and have a good evening.
Kansas,
Thank you.
Missouri. Severe thunderstorm watch. Kansas, Missouri. Wind advisory. North Dakota. Severe thunderstorm watch. Missouri. Kansas, Missouri. Severe thunderstorm watch.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Missouri. Severe thunderstorm watch. Missouri. Severe thunderstorm watch. Kansas. Missouri. Severe thunderstorm warning. Kansas. Missouri. Severe thunderstorm watch. Missouri. Severe thunderstorm watch. Kansas. Missouri. Severe thunderstorm warning.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Kansas.
Iowa.
Missouri.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
watch.
Wisconsin.
Severe thunderstorm watch. Kansas. Missouri. Severe thunderstorm warning.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
Kansas.
Iowa.
Missouri.
Severe thunderstorm warning.
watch.
Wisconsin.
Severe thunderstorm warning. Iowa. Severe thunderstorm warning. Missouri.